Well, last night we found out that Hobart Jeep Zebras will be in the Victory Cup final for 2015. Today is about finding out who will meet them. It's University versus Olympia at Olinda Grove, the home of the students. It's been a fortress for them in the Southern Championship, but they haven't met the might of Olympia over here at Olinda Grove. They will today. It's the Southern champions versus the statewide champions, the Victory League champions in Olympia. I'm Damien Gill from FFT. Bring this one to you live from Olinda Grove. Along for the ride is Andrew Cooling. How are you, Drewster?
Yeah, I'm good, Damien. Good to be here for this one. Excitement of the Cup, a semi-final, of course. I think 2 more games left for us to cover this season. And good to be up here at the fortress of the university. They've got an unbelievable record up here. Of course, they wouldn't have played any teams up here quite of the calibre of this Olympia lineup, though, so a real test. But we were talking before, last time they lost up here in a cup game to Kingborough, so it's been a couple of years since they suffered defeat, and it's a bit of a boggy pitch, so not quite used to. Certainly not the surface both these teams played on last week.
Yeah, you're right. There's going to be a few bumps and a bit boggy here and there. I think it plays in the hands of the university somewhat, but they're meeting a pretty fearsome team in Olympia FC Warriors, who are in good form. They got the job done last week against the Rangers. It was a really good contest between 2 top sides, but they grinded it out, and of course, the week before that, got to celebrate Maiden Victory League title, their first in many, many years, and they're really just trying to tune up for the NPL elimination final against South Melbourne in a couple of weeks, and if they can collect a bit of silverware on the way there, it'd also be good. But I think that is the main focus of Glenn McNeil's Warriors.
Yeah, maybe does that perhaps just present that might there be a little bit more hunger from the students. Obviously don't get chances like this too often to test themselves against the might of Olympia, and maybe there might be a slight mental edge if Olympia are just looking ahead. Of course, everything we've seen from Olympia would suggest that they're very much focused on the job. They ground out a very good win against a good Northern Rangers side, it has to be said, last week. It was a really good contest, 2 good sides, and certainly Uni will go in as the rank underdogs today up against the Giants of Olympia. But looking forward to this one. Often you see the phrase thrown about the cold wet night in Stoke. We'll have a cold afternoon up at Olinda Grove. How will Olympia deal with that?
Yeah, it played in the hands of the university well in that regard. They've been able to get out here and have a game here. They haven't been able to in recent times, of course. Last week they had to move it from Olinda Grove to Warrior Park. It's a real David and Goliath contest, though. A team that's a tier down up against the team that's been the best in the state in 2015, the all-conquering Olympia side. University, they were the underdogs last week and proved to spark a massive upset. 5-1 winners over Launceston City. They'll be hoping Lightning can strike twice again, but it will take an even bigger effort to down the Warriors.
It's one thing to beat Launceston City, it's quite another thing to deal with Olympia, but never know, that's the Cup, throws up these type of results. It should be an entertaining contest. Certainly I'd expect a pretty defensive approach from University. You'd expect they're going to sit back, they're going to block things up. They're going to try and make it an ugly game, try and disrupt the way Olympia play. I wouldn't expect too much attacking football. They'll probably look to be hitting him on the break. Certainly the key man, undoubtedly Luke Hughes-Luke, one of the best players in the state, really. He could walk into any victory league team, in my opinion, and he'll be the key to their fortunes today, you'd have to say, Gilly.
100% the set piece is where University did the damage last week. That's where they'll look to do the damage today. Something I'm sure Olympia have done their homework on, and they'll be all over it. It's going to be a good contest, I think. Although they're the underdog, they're a pretty good outfit, University. Some good players scattered across the line, and none better, as you said, than Luke Hughes. Yes, they flagged him might be on his way to Victory League next year. He'll, of course, be flooded with offers, as he always is, but he said he's much more open to the prospects, so I'm expecting to see Hughes lining up for a Victory League club in 2015. Drewster, take us through the students' lineup, the home side for today's game.
Got number 10, John Booger. Had a good game last week. His influence, it was in and out, but when he was on the ball, did some very impressive things. Number 6, a favourite of yours, Alexis Bull, just scored 2, including an absolute polluter from outside the box. The veteran of this lineup, he's an experienced customer. The Bull will be absolutely key to their fortunes today. Then we've got that man, number 13, Luke Hughes-Luke. Superstitions come at me, he says, wearing that number. He does not care, and he absolutely be the key man for this side today. I see him warming up there at the moment. Number 14, Roll John. Showed some flash on the wings last week. Bit of pace, good turn of pace about him. Number 1, in between the sticks, Robert Kay. Number 7, Solomon Lagoo. Was very impressed with him last week. Had a very good game, Lagoo. Number 2, speaking of last week, Toby McGregor, the fullback. Arguably the best on, I thought. Really negated the Goosey all day. He's going to have a tough job today. He may well have to mark out Warren Wadzawu, which is no easy task. He's absolutely going to be in for a tough battle today, but showed he was up for the fight last week, McGregor. Then we've got number 17, centre-back, Jonathan Merry, who we partnered the harder defence by two-time goal scorer last week, Lindsay Millington. Just getting forward, as you hinted on before, the set piece is a real key for this University lineup. We know that they've got some big, strong physical players, and they're going to look to profit and expect to see big Lindsay Millington getting up there for the set pieces. And rounding out the starting 11, number 3, Benjamin Robinson. On the bench, you've got Thomas Davies, Richard DePoli, Reece Gould, Matthew Griffiths, and Samuel Platt.
Very good, Drewster. On to the visitors today, Olympia. Their starting lineup, pretty close to what we've seen all season. One major change, and that's Gavin Hoy on the bench.
Very surprised to see that.
Really surprised. Christian Di Martino getting a rare start. So, as always, the custodian Sean Lewis, American Gloveman, quality keeper, made some telling saves last week, especially a real blinder with his feet to Nice Shoulder Anderson. It was maybe a match-defining moment up against the Rangers. It was stellar work from the Gloveman. Their defence, Jake Vandermeer in the heart of that defence. He'll be partnered by Lockie Nichols once more. Harry Woolley, we saw him on a wing last week. He might be on a wing again. We've got inside word. George Mamarcus right next to us. Lockie Nichols going to play in midfield. And Christian Di Martino in the lineup, so he'll be into centre back. It's handy when you've got the club president right over your shoulder. Jono Griffiths, also you'd expect to see him operating in defence, and then through midfield, as George just told us. We'll have Lockie Nichols, Gavin Hoy's on the bench, Shay Hickey will of course be pulling strings in there, and Nick Meredith, the lettuce farmer, doing his best. And up top, Warren Wadawi back in the starting lineup, Emmanuel Sakiris and Luke Isles. That rounds out the Olympia 11 with Jack Cullen, Jacob Herbert, as I said, Gavin Hoy, Stuart Page and Spiros Paradisus in reserve.
Yeah, it's a fierce looking lineup, isn't it? Obviously, speaking of people sitting nearest, big shoes to fill in the heart of midfield there with Nick Mearns out, such a key mover for this Olympia side all year, and how they deal with replacing him up against a decent students midfield with Hughes-Luke pulling the strings will absolutely be a key factor. Expect the lettuce farmer to be the man to play that role, and we know he's very capable. He's been largely restricted to bench appearances, but he's getting a bit of a run in the lineup. Was pretty solid last week, and he'll obviously be looking to push his case for a regular start. We're not too far away from kick-off here at a very wet, windy and cold Olympia Grove. It's exactly how University would have wanted the weather, I reckon. This is exactly what the doctor ordered as far as they're concerned.
It's pretty glum sort of afternoon as both the teams make their way out onto what really is a boggy Olympia Grove surface. And Jai David doing a little bit of something there. I don't know what that was, trying to warm up. Serious do from big Jai David, a real enigma on the pitch. I think for me, University I think a weakness that might be exploited is a lack of pace at the back. There's some big bodies there, some tall timber, but they don't cover the ground all that well. And I think that maybe that's somewhere where Olympia can get the upper hand. Looks like, if I'm not mistaken, Drews, that Rob Kay's in goal today for University.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's a change up, but he's a good goalkeeper. We've seen him years ago. He was actually at Olympia and he's been at Zebras and been their first choice not long ago at all. So quality keeper, and that's probably a boost for them. Although their keeper did pretty well last week. Kay's made some. Yeah, he's capable of making some good saves, and he might need to up against this fearsome Olympia outfit. Go for the toss. Jake Vandermeer, of course, captain with Alex Holmes injured, and big Lukey Hoogslet. Kim Barker officiating.
Hoogslet wins the toss. He'll kick towards the river end. So we're just about to get underway. Should be an interesting contest. Olympia, of course, quite warm favourites. We'll go for the tips. I do love a fairy tale, Gilly, but for me, there's just too much to like about this Warriors side. I think they'll get the job done pretty comfortably this afternoon. I think, as you touched on, their pace might be just a little bit too much to deal with. Certainly, University are going to want to make this an ugly game. They're going to want to make it a real scrap, but I'll go Olympia 2-0.
Yeah, I think Olympia 3-1. That's what I'm going for. A goal from Hoogslet, but I think it'll be fairly comfortable for the Warriors. Quality team, and I think they'll just have too much quality across the pitch. And get some Lockie Nichols into midfield, real luxury to have him in defence in the first place. He's a quality midfielder. We saw him line up for Tasmania last year in the midfield, so I think they'll just go about their business and into another final.
Yeah, looking forward to that Nichols versus Hughes-Lute match-up in the middle of the park. Absolutely key, and good to see everyone there lining up along the sidelines, braving the conditions. A pretty good crowd as we kick off here and the game gets underway. Hickey shifting it forward, but they've immediately turned it over, and Uni look to just get a little bit of possession early. It'll be interesting to see if we get that feeling out period we often see in the cup matches as the lettuce farmer is dispossessed by a sliding bull. We'll see plenty of that from Alexis Bull. He's just a real force in that midfield for the students. There's Wadawu on it. Cross, and Hickey now shifts flanks to Luke Isles, and he'll look to run at McGregor, and he's got her in behind him already. The cross wasn't there, but he wins a corner, and already we see the threat that Luke Isles is going to possess, and that's going to be a real key matchup. Can they deal with the threat of Isles? He's going to be a real match breaker. Him and Wadawu, if they are short on pace, there's two lads that will test them. It's going to be the lettuce farm to take the corner. We'll swing this one in. Tall timber rises, it's cleared by the students, and Google will thump it out of there and might come back in. The ball will clear, so Uni looks to break for the first time today, but he's got absolutely nothing on offer. Booger eventually presents, and now he plays a long ball. Certainly we'll expect plenty of that up towards Jai David. But I don't think he's going to get the best service today.
His Vandermeer sweeps clear. Meredith who wins in midfield. Niles now goes on a run, puts it out in front of himself, and Robinson sees it out. So a few building around the pitch there. Watch this contest. We're up in the club room. Decent crowd in for it. A throw in from Griffiths. Brought down from Nichols. Knowingly just brings it back to his skipper. Pressure coming from David, so he finds Di Martino. Will relish a rare start. Puts it out onto the right, and Wadawi can't keep it alive. It bobbles off his boot and out of play.
Yeah, certainly going to be tougher to control the ball on this pitch than certainly last week on the Warrior Park pitch. You can see the ball bubbling around all over the place, really. It's a pretty uneven surface. It'll make things tough to keep it along the deck. I think we might see plenty of direct football as McGregor rises high, nods away from Wadawa. Ping-ponging around. Eventually going out for the throw, so Olympia to attack down the right. Ball goes after the lettuce farmer and across to deal with it. Big Mary.
Big Mary man. So Rob Kay now with a goal kick for University. This game into his 3rd minute. And most of the players so far in that front third of the Warriors as you'd expect.
Yeah, I think we'll expect to see it pretty well pegged down that end for most of the game. Uni will look to be plucky, they'll look to be defensive, take their chances, see if they can get a set piece. They're lethal from them last week and they've broken here on the counter, sliding through for Huxley. Lukey Huxley, 1-on-1, rounds the keeper, and Luke Huxley has put University ahead.
Lukey Huxley.
We touched on him as the danger man, and what a stunning start to this game. The students up and about, and it's 1-0 after just 3 minutes. Luke Huxley rounding Sean Lewis. It was very composed from him.
Done, wasn't it?
And then gave no chance for the finish. Well, Uni.
Robinson, it was a really good break from University. He bolted away Robinson. He's got pace and put it in nicely for Huxley, and he made no mistake. Rounded Lewis and put it into the bottom left. 1-0 lead for Uni very, very early on. 4 minutes old is this contest, and Olympia, a goal down against the underdogs.
Plenty of time to respond, that's for sure, but what a start. And stunning stuff here, and they'll just sit back and play defensively, see how long they can sit on this lead. Of course, they scored 5 last week against Launceston City. There is certainly goals in this side, and Luke Huxley, his price might have just gone up even further for next year in the Victory League. Get your checkbooks out as Lewis plays along the back. Looks to get it full, but Robinson gets his head on it, did he? No, he didn't get a touch on it, so it'll be a throw in for the students here. And Robinson goes with a nothing throw. Magoo over there. Here's Sakiris turning centrally, the lettuce farmer, and it's broken up there by Merry. Very compact and organised defence. You can see they're dropping back. Surface is going to make it tough for Olympia to play their passing game and break them down. John David doing some work up there, but he's dispossessed now. Martino can look to play it back into Lewis. Lewis assesses his options and then just launches it long towards the wing. Darwood beaten in the air. Now headed clear by Mellington and eventually out of play. Here we can expect to see plenty of this aerial ping pong, Gilly. Comes in, bounces off Darwood, should be a student's throw, but it's not.
One shot, one goal, Drewster. Clinical stuff from the students, and we flagged to it earlier. It's going to be a game where they've got to take their opportunities when they come. They've certainly done that so far. As the throwing comes in from Woolley, brought down from Wadawi, pressure coming from McGregor. It's stolen, they're away now. Into midfield, looking for Huxley, but straight to Nichols of the Warriors. He gives possession to University through Robinson. Puts it out on the right, it bounces away. Vandermeer should track it down, he does, and finds Griffiths. He's worried off it, stolen. Is it John out there?
Yeah, Ronald John.
Ronald John, and it's Isles. Nips in for Meredith. Tries to keep it alive and feed Griffiths. Bobbling around. Eventually off Griffiths last and out for a throw-in. So a good start for University.
Yeah, they're quite organised out there. They're certainly proving tough to break down. They've disrupted the passing game of Olympia so far. He's got a long way to go on this one. And this is a move forward looking to play in Isles, but it's broken up. Sakiris now turning. He's in some space. Shea Hickey from range. Well wide of the mark. He's more than capable, Shea Hickey, of bombing them in from long distance. He didn't make great contact there, of course. Won the goal of the year from a similar position with a thumping drive, but couldn't make good contact with that one. There's need to do better than that to challenge Kay in the students' goal. A fair bit of rain here as they look to play out short from the back. Merry just saunter forward. He just launches it direct. Hughes slips over, and Hickey tumbles over him. And now at the back, it's Booger launching one and drew a good save from Lewis. And it's University looking really dangerous here in the opening exchanges, Gilly.
Yeah, we saw that last week. They move forward, and they move forward with purpose. It's a good, strong hand from Lewis in the end that tips it over. Forced a decent save, though, from the American Gloveman. Corner now.
When they break, there's plenty of space for them back there, isn't it?
Yeah.
A bit disorganised at the back at the moment. Nichols obviously playing in midfield, and a rare start being offered there as it's crossed in and headed away, and Hickey should be able to clear. He sliding in though, and then trying his luck was Merry, but well wide. They're absolutely up and about here, University. They look switched on, and I'm not sure we can say the same about Olympia at this point.
No, it's the Warriors find themselves in an uncomfortably unusual position. So often make the play and take the running and really take it on, and they find themselves in a reel in an early deficit as it's moved well out onto the right hand flank. Worley forward for Dawu. Can this be it for Olympia? Delivered in, it was a nice looking ball, but it's Merry across to cut it off. Ahead is Sakiris. He clears, but still in attacking third for Olympia. We see that with Dawu ball again. Merry did well to come across first to it. Throw in now.
I do feel like they can get some joy with the pace of Isles and Wadawu from those wide areas. If they're one bright spot, I suppose, from Olympia at least, they have got in behind a couple of times with those bursting runs from the wingers. And it could be an area they can really look to build from as McGregor charges forward and plays it centrally. Set Hughes-Lead a bit of a task, and Nichols was able to cut it out. Now it comes across to Isles. He's shadowed by two. He lost his feet, so Isles did well and goes centrally. They're building nicely. Hickey plays it outside of the foot. Here's with Dawu against McGregor, but an offside flag raised, I think.
A foul.
A foul. Well, off the ball.
On Hickey, I think it was. Big Jai David floating around. Former teammates. David and Hickey.
Himself, isn't he?
He is indeed. So Hickey over the set piece. Lofts in a ball to a crowded box. Robinson nods away from Meredith. It's a foot race, and it's Vandermeer first to it ahead of Hoogsloot. They wrestle for possession now. Hoogsloot comes out on top and with the ball. Chips along down for John. John inside. Cuts and puts it across. They break away now. Oh, it's a good sliding tackle right at the back from DiMartino. It had to be done. Well, who knows what could have happened there. I think it was Booger on the break. There's a tremendous tackle here from DiMartino, but they just had far too much space. It was a really sharp breakaway again. It was Legou who set it up. He put it out in front of Booger, and Booger nearly, yet again, put a ball into the box for University. They're probing, aren't they, when they move forward as Olympia send one the other way. The big bull picks it up, chips it wide. It's Booger who plays for Hoogsloot. Loses it this time with Dawu in for Nichols. Nichols to Hickey. He shifts it wide, keeps it moving. Isles tries to put it in first time and wins his team a corner.
So Isles plays it short to Meredith. Returns it to Isles. He's into the box. He goes with the right and hacked out of there by McGregor. Turns out to be a good clearance. Around Booger, but it's going to come back the other way through Hickey. Turns on the ball. Always comfortable in possession, Shay. He gets it out to Isles. They're really looking to get in down this left-hand flank with Hughes-Luke dropping deep across to cover.
Thought he had a shout for a uni ball there. It's Olympia's, and it's Isles with the throw. Into the edge of the box, he receives it back from Meredith. He nips down the line and tries to feed in. It's cut off by Millington. It's David now on the ball. He's wrestled off as they scuffle, Nichols and David. Bull rather comes in to try and provide support in there, and is won by Legou, but straight to a blue shirt and Hickey. He misplaces that pass, and Robinson finds Bull, tries some trickery to the back hill, and it's back in Olympia's possession. A rare error from Nichols, and it comes out wide for Booger. He does well to win it back, hustling and bustling out there. He finds with Dawu. Dawu nips inside and tries to deliver the ball the other way. Sekiris back to get it. There for Nichols. They'll build this up. DiMartino 1-2 with Hickey. Back to his defensive partner now in Vandermeer. So Uni just sitting off them slightly. Olympia not finding it easy just to find their way through this University defence. It's played along and Robertson wins in the air. On for Ronald John. He'll try and nip by Griffiths. And looks to get past him in the end. Comes off him, Larson out for a throw in. Comes through Robinson. It's in midfield. Legou just rattles it forward. Trying to create something from nothing, and he might just here. Booger will pick it up just before it trickles out of play. He's got pace and he's got skill, and he gets to the byline, cuts back. Oh, almost there for a tap in. I think it was David. Oh, it's blocked, and Olympia should escape. Not for long as Legou comes back from the bullseye, runs forward, slips as he shoots. It's blocked. McGregor now, another wave of University attack, chipped over the top from Hoogsley. It's cut off. There's Woolley across to Sweet Clear. Uni really pressing here.
I'll tell you what, pre-game we were talking about how we thought maybe the pace of Olympia was going to be what troubled the students. It looks to be like the pace of the students is really troubling that back four of Olympia. They're beating them quite regularly. They're handling the surface a lot better. They're staying on their feet more. And they're playing a direct game. They're getting it forward quickly. They're not messing about. Olympia, they're trying to play their passing game, but the ball is just bobbling around awfully on this surface. And I'm just not sure they're going to be able to play their usual game. They're probably going to need to change things up a little bit. But what it will do is it will tire them out, and they're in behind here. It's a good cross, and it's just over the head of Wadawu. And that's very, very close there, Warren Wadawu, just over his head. Inches in it, and that's where they're going to get the joy, I think. Wide areas.
Ooh, there's not much in that at all.
And he's slipping well clear of his marker there, Wadawu. And he's looking at the danger man early on. Meredith wins the ball from the bull. McGregor's there to cover, though. With a little clip afterwards, and we'll get the free kick for it. But really intriguing contest, this one. I think 15 minutes in, University absolutely delighted with this start.
Decent crowd in, enjoying what has been a good contest so far. A very fair point from you, Drewster. This pitch not conducive to Olympia's carpet football.
This is certainly not Warrior Park, as the ball is lobbed forward to the head of Hughes-Loop. He received a little push in the back, got a penalty for a little push in the back last week, and he's got his side of free kick in a dangerous area here, and the bull just immediately walks to the spot.
I love that he's rocking the full legging, the big bull.
Can't say I blame him.
Big raging bull.
Absolutely awful out there. The bull, he doesn't sprint across the ground too often, we must say, the bull. He's very effective when he gets it.
Now this is where Olympia, they will be really, really watching your likes of Hoogsley, etc. from the set pieces. Bull delivers in. Nodded away from Meredith. He's back though, the big bull. He rattles off a shot. It's wide. Out of play. I think there might have been a foul as he shot, potentially.
I think he's brought it back for the
foul before the shot. Initial contact. So another bite of the cherry here for big Alexis Bull.
Is that a slice of cheese? Not sure if he gave him the cheese or not. Anyway, another chance here. Who's going to take it this time? Well, it will be the bull. Goes to the starter. He leaves it for Booger, who just hacks it miles over, and the bull probably should have taken that one in hindsight. It's a pretty awful effort.
Dreadful.
In these conditions, anything short is good, because it might take a bounce. It'll be tough to deal with, but you don't want to be lobbing it miles over like that.
Yeah, the little scoop over the top was the attempt, I think. Didn't quite come off. As a little shifts out for DiMartino. Forward he goes, looking for Nichols. It's back now. It's Legou who just marauds forward in the end. Vandermeer stops him in his tracks.
Legou's giving him absolute fits every time he gets on the ball. He's just waltzing around him at the moment. He's leading them a merry dance as Olympia looks to get it forward quickly. They've turned it over here. Hickey wins it back, and again they go down this left-hand flank to Isles. It's a real theme of their play. He slips over, but maintains the ball. Can he get a crossing? He's been well marked here by Robinson. Sticking close to him, but it's a teasing ball played in. Well dealt with in the end there by Millington. Olympia still with the ball though. Going to charge for. That was a wrong option though. Turned blind into a corridor where there were two students players, and they'll put that one out and win the throw in. So good defensive work there from University. Tested some probing work from Luke Isles, but they held up well.
Yeah, good contest this. We're into the 18th minute as the ball comes down the line, flicked on from Hoogsley. It's down there for David. He finds Booger and he'll be at the races here. He's got Woolley for company. He'll try and burn him off, holds it up, drops it off to the Bull. Oh, he just lets it glide past him. Well, he thought he had someone in support. No one was coming. His Isles picks it up for Olympia. Out wide he goes, finds Wadawu. Wadawu tries to nip in. The surface not kind to him. McGregor bundles in, picks it up. Booger gets it moving with a long ball. It pings off the head of DiMartino. It's brought under by David, who fires off a shot. It's easily dealt with by Lewis, and they're away now, the Warriors. Meredith on it, back for Hickey. Isles now. Had Robinson keeping him pretty close attention. Robinson, former Glenorchy Knight, pretty quick customer, so not a bad matchup in that regard. Maybe one of the concerns is Wadawu picks it up, tries to play through from Meredith. It comes back off a uni leg, and Sakiris on it now. Shapes the shoot and fakes and goes from Meredith, who tries a speculative effort that just bounces by the left upright into safety. The University with a goal kick.
So the rain's still coming down here. It is a fair bog of a pitch already, so it's only going to get worse as this contest goes on. And that will suit University to a T, because they've certainly handled it better in the opening 20 minutes. There's just a constant threat of the Warriors. You've got players like Wadawu and Isles on the flanks. You're always going to have an avenue to go. They go down the guts, and it's easily dealt with. Just when in doubt, from Vandermeer just thumps it out in no uncertain terms. See a decent crowd along the sidelines there, plenty of umbrellas. A few braving the conditions without it. As Robinson throws. Jai David turning. He's left here and he lets fly with a effort. Turns into a pass, and then that shot deflects. Dealt with by Vandermeer. They'll clear here. I think Nichols was fouled, but the advantage is played. Ball down the line, well cut out by McGregor. Here's Warren Wadawu now. He looks to get his head up and run. He's trying to get in behind. He's being shoved in the end. That's very well defended. Thought Wadawu was just going to slip in behind a McGregor there. Although, has he brought it back for a foul? Or is it just going to be the corner? I think it's just going to be the corner. A bit of pointing from the ref.
So a few changes coming into the game for Olympia. It'll be interesting whether they revert back at any stage and opt to bring on Hoy and shift Nichols back into defence if they're chasing the game.
I'd imagine if they stay behind, Gavin Hoy will feature at some point.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you? Meredith on this one. Flat ball straight to Vandermeer. He can't bring it under his spell. It's Hickey who clatters into the back of Legoo. See this again. Vandermeer couldn't control. Came out. Legoo. Whack. Goes Hickey into the back of him. Got the ball, but got the man first.
Yeah. Uncompromising charge, that one. Typical of Hickey. He always flies in, body on the line. No nonsense customer. Millington at the back will just take his time. Eventually shifts it to the right. His partner in defence there. Launches it long. That's cut out by Vandermeer. Isles gets there and plays a nice little pass there. Looks to get in behind them. And they have here. He's Sakiris shaping to shoot from range. But it's just wide of the mark from Manny Sakiris. Always dangerous cutting in onto that right. He's got an absolute howitzer of a shot, and to be fair to him there, that took a bit of a bobble. But it's a tough one for long-range shooting today, because the pitch is liable to do that, so he made pretty good contact in the end.
It's a tough one for just about anything, this pitch. Uni, obviously, playing it pretty well because they know it so well. This is what they're used to. It's all so different for Olympia, especially compared to Warrior Park. It is synthetic, no bobbles or bumps in that. This is pumped long. Hickey wins in the air, down for Sekiris. He gives him moves and finds Meredith through, looking for Isles. It ping-pongs around between University legs. They don't clear, it's still alive. Sekiris from Adawu tries to receive back. It's Merry who jumps on it, collects for University. He should clear now, and he does. Beyond halfway, it's picked up by Woolley. Sends it in. Stolen once more. Hoogsloot on the ball. Dishes inside. David tries to bring it under his spell, but Venamate nods away knowingly. Nichols back to his defence. Scurries it clear and out for Wadawu. It's Nichols who looks to get it. He's chopped down by a sliding tackle of big Luke Hoogsloot. We'll see this again. He won the ball.
Yeah, won the ball. Always dangerous when you scissor in with those two-legged challenges, though. The students look to get the ball forward. He did win the ball, though, so put it out here. And here's Ronald John looking to play the through ball for Jai David, but he's overhit it. And I don't think David was winning that foot race anyway. Easy enough for Sean Lewis to deal with. They're looking more organised at the back now. They do seem to have settled a bit after a few early jitters for the Warriors. They've turned it over here, though, and Hughes-Sloot plays it to the bull. And the bull goes direct again. Didn't find anyone, though. Straight to Lewis. A noticeable difference in the way the sides are playing, though. Certainly much more direct style from Uni, as we expected. Here's the lettuce farmer. Looking easy. Can't get in behind John, I think it is there. Here's Luke Isles. Patiently passing it back now. Ronald John looking to win it back. He'll jewel down this wing here. A lot of play has come down this left-hand side for Olympia. They've looked to feed Isles a lot. It's just hacked out of there for an Olympia throw. Sean Lewis. That's a poor pass again, so they're passing just off at the moment, the Warriors. Booger looking to get in behind, but that's well defended. We're not particularly pleased the throw going the students' way. I think he has a fair case too, as they go directly into the box to Jai David, looking to play that hold-up role. He's well marshalled though, and Wadawu comes in as the second man, will take it away. He launches it long to Sekiris, tries to control on his chest. It was a difficult task though. There's Legoo, good pass. Ronald John on the ball in the box, well defended. Danger not done with though. John looming and to Legoo, but his shot was blocked, and Hickey will look to clear the lettuce farmer. Isles, this is good, it's more direct. And again, it's Isles looking to get in behind here. Can he find someone? He can't. It's well defended. Wasn't his best cross in the end. Probably lucky to have got a throw.
Yeah, indeed. I tell you what, Legoo's having some opening half hour. He's been very busy, and he just looks like creating something every time he's on the ball. This here was good work from David. Block shots from Legoo, but he's been very nippy in midfield. Hickey picks up the ball from the throw. David with some contact. Wasn't a heap in it, but Kim Barker having none of it.
Let him play largely the list board and get away with quite a bit, so I'm surprised he didn't call that one. But good set piece opportunity now for the Warriors. Again, it's Isles the man to deliver. Fizzes in, dangerous ball bobbling around in there. Eventually McGregor heads clear. Wadawu looks to turn inside, but just put out a play by McGregor. Really enjoying the duel between Wadawu and McGregor. Had a fantastic game last week. Lots to like about him. This one I think just bounced off the back with the lettuce farmer there. Hughes with the follow through of the rugby tackle there. Just slipped over there, Hughes-Sloot, and balanced himself on the opposition, but another free kick. Olympia will take it quickly and looks to get in behind. Might have they just caught them off guard. In comes the ball, straight to Hughes-Sloot, and he just thumps it out of play.
Very nonchalantly, just whacks it out.
Nonchalant, a very good way of describing Hughes-Sloot on the pitch, I reckon.
Yeah. The ball comes in from a throw-in from Woolley. Meredith out of the side of the camera. take their word for it. It's gone out of play.
Got a pole in a bush blocking our view, so we'll back him in.
Yeah, so a goal kick for Big Robbie K and the students. Plenty of people here, plenty of interested people in this Victory Cup. Of course, Zebra's already into the final. Waiting on who they'll play. Bounces away. And Toby McGregor actually picks it up before it goes out, very cheekily. But it's been made to pay. Free kick to Darwood. Flat. It's a bit of a shocker off the boot. Mary picks it up, finds David, who slips and lets in Olympia. Hickey forward for Sakiris. Through traffic. Out onto the right. Plays through, finds with Darwood. Lofts the ball into the box. It's Isles who meets it on the volley and just puts it wide. He's filthy with himself. It was a good build-up from Olympia. A delicious ball. The back post. And on the volley, it was nicely done by Isles, to be honest. He just couldn't keep his shot down just above the goal frame. And University hold on to that 1-0 lead.
Superbly crafted by Wadzawa. What a ball that was. A tough one for Isles, in fairness, for him to deal with. It was a steep bounce. He couldn't quite get over the ball. Made a good fist of it, but Warren Wadzawa, fantastic cross into the area, and that is a danger sign there. They don't want to give Wadzawa that kind of time and space to produce that. There's midfield now. Nichols dwells on it. There's nothing on offer, so he just plays it back. Here's Meredith. He slipped, and in the end, he's given away a free kick. McGregor will take. Still 1-0 here at the half, just about the half-hour mark. The boil over threatening. Still a long way to go though. Hugh Sluton nodded it back down to Jai David. He shifts it across to Ronald John. Ronald John looking to dance inside. Can he get a shot away? He lays it off for David, who hits it. Deflects wide, but again, real danger signs from University. They are really causing troubles. They're just very crafty, their forwards, and giving plenty to worry about. And Nichols might have just put him off with that lunge and challenge, but it wasn't too far wide of the mark.
They're looking threatening, Drewster. Every time they move forward with purpose. Obviously, they've had a fair bit less in terms of possession. But, geez, they've made it count when they've had it.
I'll tell you what, they've had less possession. They've probably created more chances, though.
Yeah, you're dead right as it comes down the line. Griffiths and John collide for it. John gets a little bit too much of Griffiths for Barker's liking. So it's a free kick for Olympia, and they'll set up dead ball situation. Miles over it. They pile into the box. Olympia want to bring this level. Just delivered in from Miles into the box. There's Nichols, I think, who got purchased with a header. Beat the crowd to it at the top of the six. It's Vandermeer actually.
Kane got nowhere near it.
Kay all at sea really, and Vandermeer got decent purchase with a header, but it's straight over the bar. And Kay's in a bit of trouble following the event. He's in real trouble, Drewster.
Yeah, he appears to be a bit distressed. I hope he's alright. I reckon he copped a knock on the head there.
He's writhing in pain.
This is not good. I hope he's alright. Medical staff being ushered onto the field. This is not a good sign.
I think you'll see Olympia's medical staff come over and help out. They're very good like this. Got a real serious setup when it comes to the medical staff, Olympia. The professionalism of the club, I think it's unparalleled in that.
He's done his knee. He slipped afterwards. He's done it afterwards. After he lands here, he's immediately clutched the knee and he's in trouble.
We'll watch it. Well, he's hyperextended it, hasn't he?
No.
Yeah, that's not pretty.
It's Nichols who's landed on it.
Oh.
A complete accident, but he is in a lot of pain.
Yeah, that's day done. That is. Jeez.
You got to feel for him.
Oh.
Yeah, he's landed awkwardly, and then he's had Nichols land on it, which has just gone whack.
Complete buckled it.
He knew immediately he was in trouble. So a disappointing way to end what was a very promising start to the day. And he'll hope his teammates can finish the job for him, but You never like to see injuries like that, Gilly.
A massive blow for the university as well to have their first choice sidelined through an injury like that. Rather sickening the way he came down. It was tough to see in real time, but geez, you watch the replay. Ugh, grim. Best wishes to Rob Kay with that one. This is carried off. Day done for Rob Kay. He'll be hoping that his teammates can bring it home. With 33 minutes old this game, you'd expect to see a change, obviously. And we have the reserve goalkeeper on for Kay. To be fair, he did all right last week.
Yeah, number 111, according to his shirt.
Yeah.
It's Griffiths in goals. Number 111. Well, fair to say you don't see too many number 111 stepping out, and two of the ones appear to be done with electrical tape. So an interesting kit he's rocking. He's immediately involved with the goal kick. And Ronald John flicks it centrally, but succeeds only in finding Hickey, who goes to Wadawu. Nice little pass to Meredith. Wadawu looking to get in behind McGregor, but was sold short by the pass. McGregor, in the end, didn't see it out of play, so well done by Wadawu. Wadawu defers the throw-in duties. Woolley, Wadawu. Touch was too heavy, immediately dispossessed. And once again, they whack it forward to Hugh Sloot, and I think it was throw in here for the students. And you can just see, as soon as they win the ball, quickly get it forward to their pacey forwards, and they've really caused them some trouble. Olympia monopolising the ball, with Sekiris striking with his shoulder to keep it in, and straight out of play. Scrappy old affair, as expected. 34 minutes gone. 1-0 University. Luke Hugh Sloot with a goal in the 4th minute of this one to stun the Warriors, and they haven't been able to respond. They've certainly found their feet in their game a little bit better than the first 10 minutes or so, but I wouldn't say completely dominating the game. The students absolutely giving as good as they're getting at the moment. It's McGregor.
Yeah, really good value in the contest.
Done well to keep that in. He couldn't eventually, though. Just try a bit of fancy stuff up against the lettuce farmer. He was a bit optimistic. Is that a foul throw?
I think a foul throw from Wadawu, and to be fair, it was there.
You don't see him paid too often.
No.
They usually get away with them.
But that one was.
Some sharp work there by Kim Possible Barker, just noticing the foul throw, so the students can take over.
Your man, 111, Griffiths, just warming up. It's a tough one to come on as the reserve goalkeeper after about 30 minutes when everyone else is sort of in the game and really acclimatised to it, and you've got to come in and quickly adapt.
And it's also difficult for the back four too. The goalkeeper so often has got to be the one marshalling them. Suddenly you've got a new figure in there. It's a new dynamic. It's a tough one to deal with. The goalkeeper injured. Never a scenario you want, and it did appear to be a bad injury. So all the best there to Kay. We hope he's all right, but it did look an absolute shocker.
Yeah, it looks like a lengthy layoff. It's Booger who tries to get it into the box. It's off the back of Woolley, but still there for him. He tries to run past him this time. It's off the back of Woolley's booting out for a throw-in, so McGregor will strut over and take this one. The power forward, the yellow shirt, throw-in from McGregor. Down for Bull, he can't find McGregor again. It's Meredith who picks it up from Woolley to Sekiris. Back to Woolley and into the Bulls. How they go and find Hickey. Hickey plays forward. It's cut off by Millington. Desperate stuff at the back. He goes to McGregor. McGregor shifts into midfield. It's all Hickey. Hickey nudges it into the path of Nichols. Oh, delightful ball. Out onto the left. Picks out Oz. Oh, he's had a fresh air swing. I don't think the ground's helped him there. He gets a chance to redeem, and he puts it into the top of the 6. It's seen clear by Merry. And then Hoogsloot agriculturally ships it up the park. It bounces away. Lewis will come out and receive it. A moment of comedy just before. We'll see this again. We'll see it in reverse, apparently. I'm not sure what the go is here. Now we... Oh, okay. Lewis on the ball now. We might see it now. Here we go. I think ball then.
Up big time.
Right as he went to hit it.
There's some serious pop too. That launched up in the air as Millington escorts this one out of play and wins the throw. Well done. Been impressed with his work. He's made a couple of good last-ditch challenges. Ian Big Mary wouldn't have faced so many attacks like this throughout the season, but they're dealing with them quite well. And they look a very good side, University. Absolutely taking it up to them. The pitch certainly doing Olympia no favours, but it's the same for both teams. And you've got to say they're just adapting to it better, as Hughesley tried to keep it in play, couldn't quite. He go direct to Sakira, so he's kicked and will surely...
Oh, handled.
No, handled. Okay. The other way then. Well, unfortunate.
Tell you what, Drew, Olympia really having their way of things in midfield in recent times. Shea Hickey starting to have a major influence.
Yeah, they're not... I mean, they're controlling the ball, that's for sure. It's as expected, I think, for Uni. They are getting on top in this one, Olympia. As Hughesley shifts it out wide. Might receive the ball back. Bugart running out Woolley and getting him behind him. Well done. Can he pick out someone with the cross? No, he just about succeeded in picking out his man, but it was slightly overhit and out of play in the end. It was, too far off, and a lovely skill move to get around Woolley there. He's been lively so far, Booger, in this one. So has Legoo. They've been dangerous up top every time they've got the ball and run at defenders. They've given this back four some real problems. Here's Van der May. Shea Hickey dropping back to receive and ends up turning it back to his goalkeeper, Lewis. Lewis to DiMartino. Very good structures they've got at the moment, though. Tough to break down. Wadawu might be the man to do that as he sends a through ball, but across to deal with that's Millington. He'll again just hoof it out of there, and it'll fall to the bull in midfield. Haven't seen a lot of the bull in this one. He's been rather subdued, you'd have to say.
You're right. He's barely touched it, to be honest, the big bull. Maybe just met his match in that midfield mix. It's there for Van der May. He almost slips as he goes to move it up the park. Robinson wins it. It's Nichols who wins in a contest with Bull. Uni try and get it out of their defence. It's won by Hickey. He gives and moves. Out onto the right, he'll find Wadawu, who keeps it alive. Nips by one in McGregor, nips by a second. Looks to size up the goals. He drops off to the top of the box and finds Isles. Does well in traffic, beats a couple. Looks to return the favour and get it back out to Wadawu, but it streams by his legs and out of play for a goal kick. Look at this from Isles, really slippery stuff, and puts it out to Wadawu, just agonisingly away from his right leg. And it remains 1-0 to University despite the Warriors' best efforts.
Yeah, they're starting to get on top here, the Warriors, as you'd expect, but they're chasing the game. That's a rather poor goal kick that might invite a bit of trouble. Mary's there to deal with it before Sekiris can get in, though, but it's a dangerous moment there. Poor goal kick. Van der May looks up. You go out to Shea Hickey. Fakes the long ball and cuts back inside. Shy David now pressing up onto him. They're happy to sit back, though. They will just sit back and protect this lead. Some lovely work by McGregor. Beat out Wadawu. Tough stuff there by McGregor. His pass wasn't much good, though. He's gone straight to Jake Van der May. Griffiths looking to overlap with Isles, but it's well defended, so Isles again forced to pass back, and we're seeing quite a bit of that. They're defending really well here, the students. They're organised, they've made it tough to be broken down. They're sitting back, they're inviting all the pressure on them, but handling it well, and the Warriors not doing enough to break him down. Again, they go direct, looking for Jai David, can't pick him out. Hickey finds Isles. Isles has been the most lively player, and he's brought down here rather cynically in a slice of cheese. Absolutely the call there. As Isles again threatening to get in behind. He's looked lively, hasn't he? It's just not quite at the end product, but you feel like there's a goal coming from Isles, and that is just well late from Legoo. He's been very good so far, but that was just a rather poorly timed challenge.
A stinker from him.
Slice of cheese.
A stinker from him. He's just come in and cut down Isles, who's cut in really nicely. I think Isles has been pretty pretty good so far, just without that end product, as you said, Drewster, as the ball comes straight into the breadbasket of Griffiths. Throws out. You might see action straight away. Comes through from Meredith. He's collected from behind by the big bull, who isn't happy with the decision from Kim Possible Barker. He'll have a word to the big bull. This isn't his first rodeo, Kim. They had plenty of games, the big bull. They exchange words and on their way. It's a dangerous set-piece opportunity for Olympia, and University invite some pressure on themselves, really.
They've not been shy about sliding in with a challenge, University. They've certainly looked to impose themselves physically upon this Warriors side. We suspected they might. Wadawu with a teasing ball. Jai David was the man to clear it, and then absolutely hacked out of there in the end, and safety first football.
Yep, safety first indeed is priority number one for the students, is just get to this halftime break with a lead intact. It's picked up from Di Martino in the defensive half. Long for Vandermeer. He flips out the other way. For Di Martino on a rare start. Plays forward. McGregor wins in the air. It's in midfield. And it's won by Hickey. It's pretty direct stuff here as Millington plays straight down. Booker wins it. It's tackled away from him by Woolley, but he might retrieve it. The line beats everyone to it. Out for a throw-in. University, a bit of a rare spell in their half.
Go to Lagoo here, surely. Ups against it, goes the more direct option, trying to win a corner, and it was pretty poorly done by Jai David. It was a horrible first touch and rolls out of play. I don't know, I wouldn't be going the direct route there. I'd be getting it to Lagoo and letting him run at this back four, because they've enjoyed some success when they've done that. Can University hold out for another couple of minutes before the half, or will the Warriors finally break them down? They've done a really good job defending so far. Hickey strains the sinews and gets it. Perfectly timed tackle. Now he feeds it to Sakiris. Took a couple of awful bobbles, but he did well to bring it down. Now the lettuce farmer. The ball's taken out his own man here, and it's let in Meredith. He's got round another. Can he pick out a target in the box? Wadawu surely surrounded by bodies. A sea of shirts. Still the danger not done with it. It's headed over the top, and there'll be a corner. Wadawu, the ball just wouldn't sit for him. He had about 6 shirts around.
What a calamity.
It just looked like he was a certainty to score. Couldn't get the shot away in the end. Again, they survive.
First of all, he had Bull clean up his teammate to let them in, and then when it was there, you just thought Wadawu would poke home. But
brilliant challenge from Millington.
Really stellar stuff from Millington on the last line. Short corner, comes back out for Isles. This is a bit of a set play of the Warriors. He gets it over the top with Dawa. He can bring it down and steady and shoot. He tries a shot. Couldn't fashion anything with Venom. It's Hickey now. Back again as they look to ask another question of Griffiths in goal. It's Isles who's bundled into, but play goes on as Parker's having none of it. Seen out off a blue shirt for a throw-in. McGregor again.
So I'd imagine we get a couple of minutes of stoppage time after the injury early on, as the ball was for the head of David is hugely looking to get it forward, but it's well cut out by Di Martino. So you've seen them sitting pretty deep now at University. It's all one-way traffic. And it's going to be a question, I think, of can they just survive this onslaught, the siege that's coming their way. So far this half, they've done a great job of it, but they're going to have a lot longer. That's just an undisciplined pass, really. Goes out, and maybe the last chance of the half might go to the students.
Yeah, Uni. Imagine if they grabbed another one here, Drews, to go in the half really energised with another. Throwing comes in. It's David who picks it up. He's cut down by Di Martino and it's out for a throw-in.
I'm not sure why he was so confident he got the throw there. He slid in, made the challenge and took it out. It was a good sliding challenge, but I'm not sure how he thought he got the throw.
Yeah.
McGregor with the throw-in. In a turn, we'll leave it this time. Well defended. It's been a fascinating duel, that one. I'll say, Booger's probably taken the points so far in the one-on-ones. McGregor again. A chance to throw. just not sure how that's a foul, really, against Isles. He surely was just standing his ground while the opponent was backing into him.
Just
I
holding
don't
ground, I
understand this
thought.
one.
We'll have a look. There's no contact from him. That's made by the other person, more
I
or
have
less.
no idea how that's a foul, but really
Booga has made that.
opportunity.
Call it smart, call it cheeky, what you want, but it might get him another as it's from ball into a crowded box. DiMartino heads away. It's Merry who's trying to keep it alive. Securus wins for the Warriors. Cease back from a hickey dish. Down the line it goes, just out in front of Griffiths, and he can't track it down. Out for a throw in. Ronald John to bring it in. So we're well into added time now of the first half. Olympia with it all to do, trailing University 1-0. Very healthy favourites with the Warriors, and it's half time now. University fans very, very pleased with the first 45 from their students. A valuable 1-0 lead up against the all-conquering Warriors. Yeah. The goal coming very early on, Drewster, in the 4th minute from that man Luke Hoogslett. What a champion he is, and we thought he'd be the danger man. It certainly proved that case.
Well, on the verge of a boil-over, perhaps. I don't think many saw this coming. The students won to the good at the half. The Warriors chasing this game. They really did as the half wore on. As we have a look at the Hoogslett goal, just as cool as you like. Lewis did everything he could really there. As the keeper did everything right, but Hoogslett just coolly rounds him and slots it home. A classy finish there. Very composed from Luke Hoogslett. And really, from then on, they crafted a few good chances. Legoo and Booga caused some headaches for the back four, but it was largely Olympia controlling the play. Olympia dominating. They just couldn't break them down. The pitch certainly frustrated them at times. A lot of the time they were trying to play intricate passes around the box and it'd just take a bobble, or they'd go to take a shot and it'd be off in another direction. They've struggled to adapt to that. And at the end of the day, whilst they're dominating the contest in terms of play, they are finding it tough to break down. A pretty resolute University backline. They've defended outstandingly, you've got to say.
Yeah, 100% agree with you on that, Drewster. This would be an almighty turn up for the books. They could get. It was an upset last week when they beat Launceston City, but geez, it'd be an upset of gargantuan proportions if they knock the Victory League champions out of this cup. And I tell you what, I saw Nick DiGiovanni and a few Zebras boys down there. Be pretty pleased with how things are going. I reckon they'd fancy themselves more up against University than they would Olympia, but another 45 to come and 45 minutes for Olympia to reel in the students, but they hold a valuable 1-0 lead at the break. Rooster, run us through your best players of the opening half.
Well, I think you've got to give tremendous credit to Mary and Millington at the heart of defence. For the students, they've withstood a pretty stern examination. They've got another tough 45 minutes coming up, but they've marshalled the defence well. They've led well. McGregor, I think, has been pretty good again. He's been beaten a couple of times by Wadawu, but the amount of times Wadawu's been fed, he stood up pretty well. He's made some challenges. What I've liked about the back four is they've got the ball moving quickly up forward. It's certainly an attack. Obviously haven't had a heap of moments, but Legoo has looked a very slippery customer, and when he's been able to run at defenders, he's made them miss, he's got round them. Same with Booga. I think they've played really well. They've caused some headaches. For the Warriors, I think Luke Isles has probably been their best. Hasn't quite had the end product at times. The pitch has certainly frustrated him, but he's looked dangerous. He's got him behind. He's provided an outlet. And if they're going to score it, I don't think it would shock anyone if it came from the left-hand flank with Isles. Hickey's running the show in midfield, as he always does, really. He's just running everything, spraying passes about. I'm very impressed with him. Wadawu has been lively. Again, the end product's just been what's lacking. And I suppose the question really for Glenn McNeil and Warriors is, if you don't get the goal, how long do you wait before you pull the trigger and bring Gavin Hoy on? He's a star man. He's on the bench. When do you bring him on? Do you bring him on at half-time, as has just been suggested?
Maybe that's the answer. Maybe Gavin Hoy and shifting back to the norm of recent weeks and get him back in the midfield mix, because he's one of the players of the season, really, once he got going. I think he could really change the game. But I think the pitch has played a factor. University's resolute defence has played a factor. And also University on the break has been sumptuous at times, really speedy. And you can tell they've played this pitch before. They know how to play it on a bit of a boggy deck.
mean, they're the underdogs. They've come in with a game plan through 45 minutes. They've executed it. They'd be absolutely delighted at the moment. Can they push on for another 45? It's going to be very, very tough. Not many teams can hold out Olympia for 90 minutes. It remains to be seen whether they can, but they've given a great account of themselves so far. I think they'd be absolutely delighted at half-time, leading Olympia 1-0, and I think their approach will be exactly what we've seen throughout this half. They'll sit back, they'll frustrate, they'll knock it long and try and get them on the break with their speedy players up top.
Yeah, I 100% agree, Drewster. It's been, as we see that again, Bull collecting his teammate. There were some nervy moments at the back for the Uni, but they held strong in that first 45. They hold a 1-0 lead at the break. We'll be back with the second stanza shortly. We'll have a bit of a breather now. Do stay with us. back for the second half. University with a 1-0 lead over Olympia. The students with a valuable lead. The second stanza will separate the finalists from the non-finalists, Drewster.
45 minutes, can they hold on and cause what would be one of the biggest upsets in Tasmanian football history, to be honest? It would be a staggering upset if the students could hold on here and upset the Victory League champions. They lead by a goal to nil, courtesy of Luke Hughes-Lute. They're going to face a real tough test to hang on. There is no doubt the Warriors are going to be absolutely coming at them as we have a look at the moment that has them ahead in this contest. Just 4 minutes into the game, Hughes-Lute rounded Lewis and put him ahead. They were a little bit shell-shocked early on, the Warriors. They began to assert themselves as the half wore on. Deeper and deeper University was sitting, and I reckon that'll be the theme of the second half too. It's going to be a desperate job for them to try and hang on. No sign of Gavin Hoy, so I don't think they've made a change at the half, as we thought maybe they might. Neil going to give his 11 out there a little bit longer, but if they stay behind, I'd be staggered if he didn't come on, the Canadian.
Hoy just went into the huddle, but he's still got a bib on, so I don't think they've made a change. I think you're right, Drewster. University coming out looking pretty excited, pretty up and about, and why not? A 1-0 lead over the Victory League champions.
This would be huge for their club if they could win this. This would be massive. We cannot undersell how big of an upset and how big of a result this would be to beat Olympia and book a place in the cup final. Massive stakes. They're halfway there. Can they finish the job?
Massive stakes indeed. No tomorrow for the loser. It'll be their season done, of course. Olympia really would want next week's game, not just for the cup final and an opportunity to claim another piece of silverware, but they'd probably like another game before taking on South Melbourne in a fortnight's time.
Yeah, absolutely. This wasn't part of the plans. When they saw the draw, they probably would have thought, yeah, we'll get by them. Maybe that's why Hoy is on the bench. They thought we could afford to not play at full strength and get the result, but so far not been the case. It's tough task out there. They're playing in difficult conditions against a very disciplined opponent who are playing good football. They're a very good side. They may be from the division below, but they've got some very handy players out there, and we saw that. There's some real individual talent out there, and defensively very sound at the back. They're making it themselves incredibly difficult to break down, and I'd be surprised if McNeil hasn't tinkered with things a little bit just to change things up, because I'm not sure the way they were playing throughout that half is the way you want to do it. I'd probably want to see him maybe a little bit more direct, a little less of the short passes, and just get balls into the area, I think, rather than trying to, I suppose, craft the perfect goal.
Yeah, you're right. That carpet football, that real attractive stuff, it's been why they've been such a good team, but the pitch today simply isn't conducive to it. At times they're going to have to play the percentages a little bit more, I think, Olympia, and maybe fire off some more early shots and pose questions of the number 2 goalie and Griffiths, who's taken the reins after the first half injury to Robert Kay, who went down with a nasty knee injury, and we wish him all the best. Didn't look good, but Griffiths, we saw last week, he's fairly capable, but height not his strength. Maybe some long balls into the box with some big bodies in there. Ask some questions of the young fella.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely what you want to be doing. They're going to be pinned back pretty deep, so I'll be trying to get crosses into that 6-yard box. He is on the short side. He's a good shot stopper from what I've seen. Pretty good hands, but certainly on the shorter side is Griffiths, so it'll be interesting to see if they change their approach. They're just about to get underway. Still just diabolical conditions here, and everyone seems to have shifted inside up here to the pavilion. But a lot of brave souls out there along the side of the pitch, braving the tough conditions. They know what's at stake, so it'll be University to kick off here. They've got a 1-goal lead. They're 45 minutes away from what would be a stunning upset.
Yeah, you're dead right, Drewster. Very interested to see how this plays out. This second stanza, we have kickoff. Underway, and it's David who strolls forward, gets by a couple, puts it out on the right. Robinson bombing on. Does well to nip it away from Griffiths. Back for David. Isles at the back of him. Gets too much of David. And a free kick for University, so promising start.
Very cleverly done that by David. Just angled the body, knew he'd get a little bit of contact and he could go down. Did it well. Here is the bull. Can we pick out the head? No, that is just awful. There's very little to say about that. The bull's just got that one wrong. So wasted opportunity there, and Olympia will get the ball back. Quite heavy rain out there at the moment. Certainly the pitch is only going to get more chopped up.
It's played short from Lewis to Vandermate. He switches it to DiMartino. Plays it in. It's a ball that asks a bit of Nichols. He gets to it in the finish. Finds Vandermate. Plays long and strong, looking for over the top for Sakira's. Nodded away by Millington. It's with Isles once more. Yet again, just a very convincing clearance from that University defence. No nonsense stuff back there. They're not going to muck around with it. This one long and strong out of play. There's a free kick in the process, so it's played short. Nichols, the edge of the box, is dropped off by Sakira's right idea, but it's Hoogsley who beats Hickey to it. Nichols on it now to Woolley. Hickey turns and puts it to the byline, and it's well done by McGregor. First to it, just barrows into Wadawa. Good, honest challenge, and takes the ball first. Really good stuff from the fullback.
Really impressive player, McGregor. I've really liked what I've seen from him over the past couple of weeks as the ball's whipped in and hacked clear. McGregor has 2 attempts at it, eventually just about clears it, but only as far as the lettuce farm. A third time he says, well, we'll just get it well out of the postcode, and thumps it along. Hickey, surely fouled there. No, play on. Dramatic tumble, not rewarded by the referee. Certainly went down rather spectacularly. We'll have a look and see if there was anything in it. Might have just slipped. It was pretty clearly a kick by Hickey. That should have been a foul. Legoo can feel a bit of grief by that one, as Olympia will play on though, and Ronald John clearing the ball now. The Bull looking to search for it. Has he got runners? He's certainly not going to carry it the length. He goes down the line. Right option. And Legoo slips. Just lost his footing at the crucial moment. Not the first player to do that today. Jai David looking to press Vandermay. Hugh Sloot now. They've pressed up. Can they catch them back the other way? Not with balls like that, they won't. Robinson in there to cut that one out. And goes back to Booga. Hugh Sloot. Ball pass from Hugh Sloot. Straight to Woolley. Again, we see he just playing those little balls out to the side to bring his wingers into the game. A real feature of his play. He's so good at it. Shapes the foot. And they're away. Woolley throws in. Goes direct. Hugh Sloot. Looking to drop back. It's now Legoo. Ronald John. Oh, he's done well. Got round one. He's now running at Vandermay. He's got support over his right shoulder. Probably should have used it. Comes in Robinson. Eventually they work it. Now he puts the cross into the area. He's got no one there though. Woolley comfortably away. And as far as the Bull, had a bit of a hash of the header straight to Warren Woodawu. But again, it's turned over. It's a pretty scrappy old affair to start the second half.
Been real scrap, hasn't it?
And the pitch absolutely playing a role. There's no doubt. It's certainly not high quality football, and that'll suit University just fine, you'd imagine. That ball well and truly overhit Woodawu. He's not going to get to that one. McGregor can just let it roll out.
And he does, so decent. Actually keeps it alive. Plays forward. Out for Legoo. Can't keep it in possession. Played forward. It's won by Wadawa to Sekiris, who puts it to the top of the 6. Merry tries to clear but keeps it alive with a high ball. Sits alright. Sekiris weighs up going for the miraculous. In the end it's seen clear by Bull. Back though through Hickey. McGregor hustles and bustles. First to it. Woolley steals. Down for Wadawu, taken off his boot by Hoogsley. Now battling with Woolley, who's jumped inside. Hickey comes across to provide support, and Woolley gifts possession back. But Barker's bringing it back for a foul from Hoogsley.
Just a little overzealous. Barker thought Hickey wants to play it quickly, but he's told he can't do that. Hoogsley protesting his innocence. He's certainly not been shy about throwing his body in there, sliding in all day. Me and Hickey in picture there. Quite similar in that regard. All action type midfielders.
Big Hoog as well had a bit to say with big Kim Possible Barker. Ended with a chuckle. So I think he was a bit bemused by the situation. Switched out to the left. It's Griffiths. A bit of a step over and plays short. for Isles. To Vandermeer. Back for Hickey. Take a stroll now. Chip out onto the right. McGregor brings it down. And it's deflected off him from Woolley and out for a throw in.
Shut down plenty of attacks today, McGregor. Huge salute as the game has wore on, has found himself increasingly deeper. First 10 minutes he was bobbing up in quite a few advanced positions, but he's certainly been dropping deeper and deeper as this one's worn on. McGregor with the throw. And gains a bit of yardage as Woolley just nods it out of play. Certainly not going to be in any rush here, you wouldn't have thought. It's a pretty poor throw, but it might work out alright for Lagu. And Woolley again. Rinse and repeat, just puts it out.
Throw in again. Good start for University. They just need more of this, really. A good old slog will suit them to a T.
And a foul they draw. They've done a really good job of slowing the tempo of this game.
Yeah, it's slowed right down, hasn't it, really? And it's just in no real hurry for either side, which, as I said, suits University to T as it comes over from a set piece and it's headed by David over the top almost for Hoogsley, just eluded him. And then Lewis looks to break away quickly. We'll see this again. The big ball, good delivery in. David, good purchase on the header. Just the run coming a little too late from Hoogsley. We see Lewis try and bolt away then. I think he actually lost the ball himself, but he blamed it on Robinson. Got it back regardless. DiMartino on the ball now. Out to left he goes. From Vandermeer to Lewis. Take their time. DiMartino for Vandermeer. He plays long and direct. Doesn't come off for him as it's straight to Millington. Gets the students moving in out onto the right-hand flank. It's Ronald John. Haven't seen too much of him in this second half. He's done well here. He's beaten one. Looks to beat Nichols, and Vandermeer cuts it off and sees clear. There's a foul, though, in the process. Yet again, not much in that for mine. Wouldn't mind seeing a replay.
Yeah, might have missed something. Certainly didn't seem like much. It's an amazing little run there from Ronald John through a couple of step overs. So, jumps over the leg. Well, not a lot in it, I wouldn't have thought. But turns into the area now as Ronald John looks to pick out a target and a vital intervention there. Well done there. I think it was Nichols getting back with the header and he had to. An inch higher, that could well have been 2-0. Some lovely work from Ronald John in the area. Took the set piece, slid it into him. Wasn't too far away. So it's the students who are pushing on and doing the attacking at the moment, and
the older
one's chasing the game.
The older the game gets, the more confidence the students will have that they can bring this home, as it's Woolley who nips along and at the edge of the box. It's a terrific challenge from McGregor. See this again, Woolley bombing run forward. It wasn't a bad touch inside for himself, but McGregor just terrific work.
He's been outpaced a couple of times, but his sliding tackles to get back in have been spot on. He's outstanding exponent of that, as this one is cleared by Millington. Back to Hickey. Will he have a pop? No, he opts the cross and it goes over heads and not clear. It'll be a throw in. I wonder how tempted Hickey was just to have a lash at that one. Try something spectacular. Went the team option instead. 55 minutes just about gone here. Students with a shock 1-0 lead. Well, John made a bit of a hash of that. Hickey robbed of it. Well done, Jai David working back, and now it's Lagu back the other way, surging down the flank, but he turned into a little bit of trouble. Uni win the ball back though, and Luke Hugheslip has got all day just to pick an option. McGregor just waltzed around with Dawu, was fouled in the process. And very nicely done by McGregor. He's having a fine game, the fullback. One of their best players last week, and backing it up again. There'll be a few Victory League clubs looking at his services next season.
Been pretty solid. His booger goes for a ride on the back of Woolley. Olympia fans showing their frustration. Yeah. Played long from DiMartino. McGregor brings it down there for Booger. Oh, he does well to get through a gap between Hickey and Woolley. In there, and Woolley brings it undone, picks it up. Ball from midfield, finds Hoogsley, nods it on. Looking for Booger. It's stolen by Hickey, who finds Woolley. To Dawu. He's got by McGregor now. Looks to put it into the edge of the box, and it's cut off well by Millington. University, though, in midfield, a little bit scrappy, and they give it back. And it's Nichols on it now, in the bullseye. Measures the ball out onto the left. Bobbles off the boot of Griffiths. It assists him in the finish. Tries to put it down the left flank. Cut off by Robinson. Still with Olympia. Vandermate forward for Sekiris. Gets by one in Bull. Delivers in. Looks for a return ball. It never comes. It's Bull who takes and races away. Out on the right. They put it out in front of their runners, but unfortunately it's an overshot ball and out of play for a throw in.
So we look at the bench. I wonder how long it'll be before we see Gavin Hoy introduced. It's not really troubling him at the moment, you have to say, in this half, Olympia. And I just wonder how long McNeil can afford to keep that ace up his sleeve. I think the time is coming. You don't want to leave it too late because they've looked pretty resolute in defence. And I'd expect a sub pretty soon. As they play in behind here, here's Shea Hickey. He's starting to get forward, get involved. He knows what the situation is. Well, Dawu does well to get round McGregor, then feeds across in. Dangerous ball! Oh, a bit of a fresh area. That was very close. Again, some good work from wide areas with Dawu getting the better of McGregor on that occasion. Some nice work from the winger. I just wonder, I think Hoy coming on, give him more space, more support, more one-on-ones for Dawu. That's what you want.
Just a matter of time, I think, Drewster.
Here's Woolley. Good ball there. The lettuce farmer's onside. He surges into the box beyond Legoo. He's picked someone out, and the finish was lacking from Isles. Straight at the keeper. An almost moment now. Starting to look dangerous now. Quite starts the half. In the last couple of minutes, crosses from wide areas are getting him behind. We're seeing Hickey start to really influence the contest. Again, he'll feed in with Dawu. And Dawu, he's starting to get the better of McGregor. Huge salute. Deals with the lettuce farmer, no foul, play on. McGregor can carry it out of defence. He goes long. And he's found his man, and that's a push on Vandermeer, I'd have thought, by Ronald John there. Play on, says wherever the ball, that's a tip from range, and it goes out for a corner.
Yeah, deflected out. The big bull, the big rampaging bull.
We have another look at this one. It was a long ball over the top towards Ronald John. And, fair play to the ref, I think, just slipping over there. Does it touch the arm? There's the question of Vandermeer. Interesting one, but good decision, I think, in the end from Barker. In live play, absolutely, to me, looked a foul, but just lost his footing. Corner opportunity now for University. Send a few bodies forward. They've got 5 up for it. Couple lurking outside the area. Will Hughesloop be the target here? He might rise high. Lewis with a strong fist clear, but it comes back from the bull. Oh, almost. Oh, dangerous there. But well done, Lewis. Was composed, held onto it. His punch came back with interest from the bull, but well held. At the second attempt, he had to be. As Hickey lobs one over the top to Wadawu. And sold a little bit short there, and Hughesloop can just send one back in the other way, but he's overhit well read there by Sean Lewis.
Sean Lewis, quality gloveman, he clears. McGregor will keep it alive, save a throw in. He lofts long and strong. One in the air by DiMartino, he's the only one under it. Forward for Hickey, looking for Sekiris. He lost his footing, never at the contest. One from Millington, back the other way. It's direct. It's agricultural type football right now. As David does well, beats a couple to Hoogsley, puts it out in front of Bulgar, and it's Lewis again who's first to it. Some smart goalkeeping there from the custodian. It's picked up. Meredith out onto the right to Wadawi, who tries to cut inside and get it moving. It's deflected out despite Booger's best efforts to retrieve just before the line. Almost on the hour mark, Drewster. So half an hour for Olympia to play with to reel in this 1-0 deficit.
Half an hour for them to hold on. It's an arm wrestle at the moment, isn't it?
Certainly is. University, great value in the contest. You've got to say general play, Olympia probably have it over the game, but University with some really bright patches. He's played long from over the top, looking for the run of Dawu.
They're never going to come here and outpossess or play off the park Olympia. They were clearly going to come in and play the way they have. They were going to sit back, get along. It's been a plucky side. They've taken their chances and they're up 1-0. It's worked. They'll be delighted with this, and now they just need to hold on for 30 more minutes. They'd love a second though, a real insurance marker, but they won't find it there. It's well dealt with, and Hickey looking to start to back the other way. He's starting to really become involved in this game, Shay Hickey. Looking to stamp himself on the contest. Oh, the bull jumping high there. Robinson with the ball. Turned over though. They'll play it forward, and a dangerous ball to Isles, who is offside. He's looking ominous there, Isles surging down the left, but it's stolen the yard.
So it'll be a free kick from the offside. So 62 minutes gone now. So time ticking away from Olympia. It's only 1 goal, so it only takes one good opportunity for him to level. But University have been strong at the back as it's pumped forward by Merry. Hoosley might pick this one up away from Vandermeer. Collides with him now. Vandermeer does well to turn him under it. Not it back for his keeper. Long it goes from Lewis. McGregor gets involved, but can't keep it away from Woolley. Finds Meredith. It's slid away from him to Nichols. Out wide he goes. Isles. Maybe a little bit of magic from Luke Isles at the edge of the box. Puts it in. Good first touch from Nichols. Back for him. He tries a shot. It's blocked. It comes to Woolley, and Woolley finishes. 1-0 here at Olinda Grove. Woolley's been working hard down that flank, and he gets the equaliser.
Oh, they broke him down. They worked it down the left. It all started with Luke Isles, some superb play. And it just weighted numbers. Shot block there, and in the end, couldn't quite slide in the way of it. A very tidy finish by Woolley, bobbing up in the opposition box. They had bodies forward. And in the end, they just won out with the numbers. A well-worked goal. It's back to 1-1. And it's going to be tough to come back there for the students. They were looking to hold on to this 1-goal lead. I don't think they'll change the way they're playing. They've created a couple of moments in attack, but crisis averted for the moment for Olympia. They can go on and try to win this one now. 60 minutes gone, the equaliser. There's still plenty of time to push on and find the winner for the Victory League champions. How will the students respond to this? Could be quite a deflating moment for them. They've worked hard, but in the end, the class just showing there. Luke Isles, in particular, made that goal with a fine run down the left. They started feeding him again. They operated a lot down this right-hand side in this half. They finally started shifting out to the left. And Isles up against Robinson. Proved a winner. Lewis will thump it long. I'll say they responded well when they conceded last week, scoring immediately from the penalty spot with Dawu crossing. Dangerous ball. Oh, backs over the top, and that was a dangerous moment. That was mighty close to being an own goal. That's Olympia surging now, looking to take advantage, and that took a bobble and was very close to being an own goal to Robinson. Yeah, the heads didn't drop last week. They just got on with the business. How will they respond this week? Olympia certainly looking up for the contest now. Meredith goes close to the line, feeds it in low, but that's cleared by Huxley, only as far as Isles. They clear the area for now. Hammered back in there, and again, it's Huxley across to cover. 64 minutes gone, 1-1. Olympia have found the equaliser they were searching for. Huxley dwells on the ball, waits for support. Doesn't have a lot of it, and in the end, he just lays it back, and it'll be hacked out of there by Merry. Millington. That wasn't convincing though. Woolley has some space, and he'll shape to shoot, but he fires wide. Not good contacts, but a bit of space suddenly on the edge of the area there for Woolley that mightn't have been there earlier in this game. Maybe a few tired legs for the students.
A few tired legs, and I think the goals breathe a bit more life into it for Olympia. They're up and about now. I think it was one of those things, a real sigh of relief, real release of the pressure valve once they got that goal. It's out for a throw in now. Woolley down the line for Badawi. He chests it down. Tries to get past McGregor. He's a tricky customer though and forces it out for a throw in.
So with Olympia having such a domination and possession, They've been doing a lot more running, you'd say, the students in this one. They look to surge forward on the break here through Lagu. He's rather cynically hacked down. The referee doesn't give him a slice of cheese. Seemed like a professional foul. Strange decision. We thought once you paid the foul, it's surely a slice, but nothing doing. Kim has rather let them play today, you'd say. Millington just lumps it forward onto the head of Hughes-Luke, but Nichols won the battle there. The ball slides in, shifts it out to the right where his fullbacks overlap. That's Robinson. Couldn't keep a hold of it though, and Olympia regained possession. Bobbled up on the lettuce farm in a dangerous area, so Hickey just hacks it forward. Now Meredith, this is some lovely build-up play. Meredith, lovely pass to Wadawu. He's one-on-one here. He's he's blocked. And handball is the decision, just on the edge of the area too. And a slice of cheese. If we have a look at the replay, I thought he was in the box. He must have been just outside. Yeah, he was. That's not an unnatural position.
Yeah, there wasn't much in that. I think he's a bit stiff there.
I think he's very stiff.
He's done his best effort to get out of the way of it as the ball comes in. Acrobatic effort by Millington back there with his legs. See this again. Quick from Miles. He's coming with a bit of venom. Would have posed a fair old question of Griffiths. Good effort from Millington.
If that had a bounce before him on that surface, that would have been a very tough one.
Yeah. So Meredith over it. Isles there for the short play, which they often opt for. Now he'll go long into the front post. Oh, it eludes everyone but Hughes-Luke, and he just scoops it over his own goal frame. Out for another.
A couple of nervy moments there. They are starting to really get on top now, the Warriors. They're dominating this contest. Can they hold on? They certainly look like they've got another goal in them. It's going to be the lettuce farmer Meredith to take. No one there to close down should they opt to go short. They do to Isles, and now they come in, and it's a good cross from Isles, and well held in the end there by Griffiths. He looks for options, doesn't have a lot. In the end, he'll put long straight onto the head though. DiMartino, the ball to Robinson. He's turned it over. Dangerous area to do that. Hughes-Luke wins it back. And now he looks to surge forward. Hughes-Luke, he's hacked down and play on. We've got an overlapping runner. Ronald John's ball was a little tough one for Robinson, and he comes surging in against Hickey and bounces out of play, and a substitution about to be made, I think.
Looks like Richard DePoli, I think it is, coming on. It'll be interesting to see who departs. Jez Kempf making a change. So off comes Ronald John. On comes DePoli. Ronald John looks like he's spent his petrol tickets.
Yeah, in the first half, I think his influence has been significantly less in this second half. You'd say he's probably well and truly run out of gas, so a good time to make that substitution, I reckon.
Yeah, fresh legs, they're going to need them. Comes down the line, flicked on by Isles. It's won by Millington, but he gives it straight back to Olympia. Hickey down the line, scooped over the top. Asking a bit of Isles in the chase. It's Mary who does well, comes across to watch it out and out for a throw in. Robinson down the line, flicked behind him by DePoli, the substitute. Thrown in now for Griffiths. It's a Sekiris. To Woolley, the goal scorer, just runs by him. He does alright in the finish. Forward for Wadawu. Nips inside. Just lays it to the edge of the box, and it's Millington who beats Nichols to it and sends it out of play. Out for a throw in.
Probing here, good throw in. Takes the deflection off the ball. Hughes-Luke can carry it out. An assured pass. Wants the substitute, he'll just go down the line, but Jai David's never getting that one. That's Van der Meijs all day long, and he gets there and gives it back to his keeper, Lewis. A little bit less urgency now about the Warriors. Now they've got that equaliser. They look a bit more comfortable, as you would be. It would certainly be a different mental situation. Overcommitting there was McGregor, and it's allowed Wadawu to play one. An acrobatic clearance from Mellington, only as far as Nichols. Huxley did well there, dispossessed him in a dangerous area. And again, they lob it long, and Lewis, outside of his area, did it well. And John David to contend with, but he cleared the area. Huxley tries a miracle left-footed volley from 40 yards and skews it horribly wide.
You see by the giggle that followed from Huxley, he found it funny himself. Another one of those efforts from Millington. Throwing now down the line from Woolley to McGregor University. They lose it almost instantly through Hickey. And Hickey with another one of those rough and tumble challenges, and deservedly into the book. It was about time, to be honest. He's been doing a few of these. This one, whack, body check, a little bit of afters. Not happy with how proceedings are unfolding.
Yeah, he's certainly had a few of them today, an accumulation there. So Kimmy, I think, had ticked him off and said one more of them and you're in the book. And there it was. And McGregor to take the set piece. And a few bodies forward to aim for. He puts it on their head. It's straight in the hands of Lewis though, and the bull gets up in his grill. Just lets him know he's there. No issues there for Lewis. And he'll put long. There's an awkward jump really from McGregor, and I think he's fouled Wadawu in the process, so undisciplined that from McGregor. Didn't really need to do it. Hickey's stolen a couple of yards and got the free kick in a good area. Woolley looks to catch them off guard. It was Isles marauding at that back post, but couldn't quite pick him out. As we have a look at the replay of the Uni set piece. There's Woolley, who got the header on it, the goal scorer. Straight into the waiting hands of Sean Lewis. I'm just going through a little bit of a lull at the moment, the pace out of it for the time being. Olympia not quite, I suppose, throwing as many bodies forward as they were when they were searching for that equaliser. Still well on top though.
Fascinating contest at the moment, Drewster. You feel one goal from Olympia would really kill things off. While it stays 1-1, the University still a sniff in this contest as it's driven along rather panically from
Surface
Lewis.
played funny buggers on him there again, I reckon, bobbling up all over the place. An awkward one to deal with. Shy David's starting to get involved. He turns, can he find someone, or he might just try and win a corner? It's a throw. University building, they haven't had many moments in attack. You feel like they need to craft something from these type of moments. It's been really played in their defensive half. McGregor's going to go the long throw perhaps. There he goes short. McGregor with a chance to cross. It's a ball that doesn't really pick anyone out except for Lewis. There was no one there though at the near post. It was a great positional play there, I wouldn't have thought, from Uni.
DiMartino on the ball now. Drives along off the head of Meredith. Merry deals with it, not all that convincingly, but he gets a little bit of assistance, and now it's with Bull in midfield. He's closed down swiftly. University look to get it moving, but it's straight to Lewis. Vandermeer. A deflected ball will bounce into the path of DiMartino. Just more or less punts it up the park. Guess looking for Wadawu, or maybe fortune favoured him. In the end, Wadawu can't do anything, smothered by a couple of students, and it's out for a throw.
McGregor takes, and Woolley thumps that one out of play. Down the line again, and once again it's Woolley heading. And McGregor, but it finds its way to Meredith. He feeds Sekiris. Been quiet today, Sekiris, but that's a lovely little layoff. A bit too much though, I think. Meredith wasn't making the run. I think he was probably expecting Wadawu to be out there in that position. Hickey looks to shimmy, but is dispossessed by Jai David, who's really working hard, tracking back in defence this half. And impressed by his work rate, Jai David. Harassing and pressing all day long. Poor pass from Huxley, straight to Wadawu, who's coughed it up. A particularly dangerous area though, as Vandermeer gets forward. Now they shifted it out to Isles on the left. He's immediately closed down by a couple of shirts for the students. Vandermeer wants to get it back to Isles, but his pass was errant. Now he might be forced to retreat. No, he's fouled. Didn't really need to do that there, Jai David. Nothing area to be fouling in.
Yeah, real unnecessary from David. Venomate with a set piece. Goes short and flat. Receives it back from Sekiris. 76 minutes gone now. Still 1-1 after Olympia equalised a very, very early goal from University in the game. Really caught them on the hop. Bull in midfield battles and hustles and gets it to Legou, who's gone into his shell after a pretty dynamic opening half hour in the first half. Mr. Poli, the substitute, trying to nip down that right flank, and it's taken from under him and out for a throw.
Yeah, Legou certainly was causing them all sorts of problems in that first half an hour. As you said, he was really running at defenders, but with Olympia starting to really control proceedings, he's just not been fed and hasn't really found himself in a position to cause troubles. But they'd love to get him more involved, because they certainly looked at their best and most threatening when he was on the ball. A good chance here. They've started, I suppose, playing a bit like last week, getting the set pieces as their main avenue. They're throwing bodies forward whenever they get the throw-ins or free kicks in this area. This one in the direction of Jai David, who brings it down. He's now completely out of picture, so your guess is as good as mine as to what just happened there. I think he's kicked it straight out. Whatever it wasn't pretty. Not a good result from Jai David there.
No, it wasn't at all. Lewis again with a goal kick. He'll move the ball to a more appropriate place and deliver out from the defence. 77 minutes gone now, Drewster. Extra time, you've got to say, on the cards.
Yeah, it's looming.
It's over the top, Wadawi nods down. Oh, well done by Meredith. Keeps it in for Wadawi. He puts it in for Sekiris. He can't flick on it. Can't get it on goal. It's won by Legou, and he takes a tumble and he'll have a free kick for his troubles. The University get out of untroubled. There's Olympia break away now from Miles into midfield. It's Hickey on the ball, out for Wadawu. Bit of time and space to assess options. Oh, he goes into the middle. Millington very nearly scuffs one into his own net. Luckily,
it's the second time this half he's done that.
Luckily for the defender, Griffiths was on the ball.
He's twice now conspired to almost put it in his own net, Millington. As Uni looked to hold on here and eke towards extra time. Olympia pulled one back. 78 minutes gone, still deadlocked at 1-1 as you can see a substitution here. And they're just raffling who gets the throw. Just raffling the throw, I think. Robinson plays a pretty ugly pass. It'll work in the end somehow, though. Luger on the end of it. And he's up and he's running at Woolley. And he's surrounded by three. And sheer numbers win out there. Olympia turn it over and they quickly get it in the middle to the lettuce farmer. His pass, not good though. Easily dealt with by Big Mary. And he'll launch it down the line. Poli flicked on and deflected out a play off Griffiths in the end. So it'll be a throw to the students. And they can try and push forward here. Pin down their own half for large parts. But a very, very scrappy game. Pitch certainly contributing to that, no doubt. Here's the ball. What can he conjure up? He finds DePoli, immediately closed down. He cuts inside and then cuts outside. Lovely work from DePoli. Can he pick out someone with a cross? Well done in the end. Defensively, although it's going to fall to Jai David. Gets round one. He's shaping to shoot. David just got too wide in the end.
Yeah, his touch brought him far too wide and probably one or two too many, Drewster.
Yeah, maybe need to pull the trigger earlier. Could have gone down there.
In the end, it was more of a shot out of desperation to make sure it at least threw everything behind it, but could have been so much more for University.
Dangerous moment.
Hickey on the ball now. Runs through untroubled. Finds Wadawu. Picks out Woolley. He just lofts it out in front of Meredith. Legou first to it. With a fake and a shake, he puts it down the line. Boogers run into. Bundled into the back of him by Wadawi, so a free kick for the students in their defensive half. 80 minutes gone, Drewster.
Final 10. Will we find a winner for either side here, or is extra time where we are destined to end up? Here's the Bull looking to make something happen. He feeds it down the left, and the cross can come in from Bugay. On the broadcast, that was well defended by Wally. Puts it out of play, but a corner now for the students. A chance to get the tall timber forward. I feel like their best chance is going to come from one of these corners. They have troubled them. Tough day for goalkeepers if you can just tease the ball into the area here. Booger, the man to take it. Plenty of men to aim for. He goes in, it's a good ball, but rising highest was Vandermeer. He's been solid today. Big Vandermeer. Led from example at the back. Isles tries to shut this one down, but Uni crafted forward, well done. Robinson overlapping, can he find someone with a cross? Only Woolley. Poor headed clearance straight down the throat of the Bull, who has a dip. It deflects up in the air. Vandermeer heads away from Hughes. Luke David almost on the end of it. It's just so scrappy, Gilly.
It's been a scrappy old half, and that passage just about summed it up. It's back in the students' defence now. They heave it clear, and it's one in the air by DiMartino, and this might be the chance for Olympia. Wadawi breaks away, a long direct ball, almost picks out Sekiris over his head, and it's Isles who fires in, but he's offside. He's unhappy about the decision. He thinks potentially it was about Sekiris. Let it run. It was a fizzing strike from Isles.
Fair to say we don't have the best camera angle to know if it was.
It's fair to say we have an awful camera angle for offside. Absolutely no idea whether that was offside. So we'll have to back in the officiating assistant.
Yeah, well, I think it would have been one of those ones. Sekiris is probably arguing he didn't touch it, but he was involved in the play. He absolutely interfered with the play. Therefore, if he was in an offside position, definitely the correct decision. I think Sekiris might have been arguing that I wasn't involved. He certainly was.
I think, yeah, he would have said that he left alone. He did, and as Hoogsley nips by one, and then Nichols comes in to steal for the Warriors. Away to Wadawi, cuts inside, plays for Hickey. This is better from the Warriors. Out to left. Isles, he's been the real instigator for them. Puts a ball into the box. It's blocked down by Millington. Sees clear off the head of Vandermeer with Hickey. Back into midfield. It's a shocker. A real shank off the boot of Nichols. Hoogsley looks to track down Vandermeer, but he's already got a ball off to Hickey. Hickey over the top. Griffiths with the ball into the box. It deflects out, and it's a corner for Olympia. 84 minutes gone. Good opportunity on the horizon.
Yeah, the Warriors pressing hard here, trying to win this one in regulation time. Now looking dangerous. Another set-piece opportunity here. It looks vulnerable. Again, it'll be Meredith to take. He lobs one into the dangerous area. Hughes rose high, but only as far as Sekiris, who had a lash at it, and it deflects up out of play. It'll be another corner. So another chance for the Warriors here. 84 minutes gone. Still locked at 1-1. Still a chance of what would be a stunning boil over. Most people thought Olympia would just come up here and take care of business. It has been a tough day for them at the office though. This one goes over the back post and no one there, so whose way will the throw go? Might have taken a little touch. So it'll be a Warriors throw in. He'll leave this one for Isles, who in turn leaves it, so they can't make up their mind over who wants it. And it'll be Griffiths. Goes back to Vandermeer. He's got some space here, and he's shaped to shoot this one, and it's pulled just about wide. It wasn't the most convincing effort from Griffiths, but he dealt with it.
Yeah, he got enough on it in the finish, but geez, if there was someone at the back post, it could have been ugly. Tipped it. Not a lot of strength in that hand that's got to it, but just does enough. Corner now. Isles over it. Long delivery. Oh, right into the 6-yard area. It was DiMartino with a header.
Oh, they're getting close. They're getting close here, Olympia. They're breaking this defence down. Can University hold on? Certainly if it goes to extra time. Good luck surviving another half an hour. I feel like the students, if it does get to extra time, might need a goal. But they've got to get there first. It's the Warriors probing, testing, and unable to break through at the moment. It's been a good defensive shift from University. This one just deflects up in the air to Woolley. Hickey now takes over. Gives it back to Woolley, who can dash down the right-hand side, look to take on McGregor. He put it into touch. He has to hurry back and deal with Wadawu. Here's Hickey. He finds that man Wadawu. Lovely return pass to Hickey. Gives it centrally to Nichols. They shift it wide. It was a poor pass from Nichols. He's got to do better than that. Uncharacteristic of Nichols to just give it up so easily. He redeems himself with some nice work here though, and he plays in the dangerous Isles, who can look up and pick out a target. He goes to the back post where they've caught runners. Had 2 men there, but he couldn't pick either of them out, and it just spills out of play in the end.
Uni will be in no real rush to take this, you'd think. So Griffiths over it. 1-1 between Uni and Olympia. It was tabled pretty correctly as a David and Goliath clash. It's been anything but, to be honest. A real arm wrestle. As Hickey shifts it down the park. It's won by Merry. Gets it beyond the bullseye as Nichols. He finds Wadawu, chips over the top. Millington with a header to find David. David keeps it moving. McGregor can't pick it off as Woolley again gets it moving the Warriors' way. Scrappy in defence, but they get it out. Vandermeer to Woolley. And Woolley may be a little over-ambitious in the end. He has to slide to collect. It's DiMartino to Vandermeer. A long ball out to left. Finds Isles. Cuts in. He's burnt off Robinson. Oh, he drops off now for Nichols. This should be goal time for the Warriors. Oh, Nichols with a tantalising ball to the back post. Just no one home to finish it off.
There's some very tight legs out there for the students. They're being worn down. I don't know if they're going to be able to hold on here. The Warriors are pressing hard now. That was a golden chance there. Just over the top and inches off again. 1-1 it remains though. And another corner. Desperately hanging on. It's a fair old bus park at the moment. This one's headed clear. Another throw in. They've been absolutely hemmed back in to their own area here. Defending deeper and deeper. Throw in to be taken by Griffiths. Isles presenting short. Ops for Sekiris, who turns, but he turns straight into Big Mary, who just cleared the area. Isles running in, waltzing around onto the right. He crosses, but it's again cleared. They're really under the pump. Olympia pushing hard to wrap this one up. Again it's Isles, and he ratchets one, which Sekiris got a piece of, but he couldn't direct it. And it goes wide and remains 1-1 here. 88 minutes, just about 89 minutes gone. This was a pretty good chance for Sekiris. He had plenty of space. Just couldn't get his body in the right shape.
Just couldn't guide it home. They're piling on the pressure, the Warriors, deep in this semi-final clash. University have thrown everything at them, really. The throw in now. Interesting to see both teams. Well, University making one force change in the first half, and they've made one other. Olympia with just the one change. Nichols on the ball now. Looks forward, it's blocked away. Won well by DePoli. He puts it out in front, hoping for a runner. No one came. DiMartino on it for the Warriors. Forward he goes. Finds Hickey, who does well to get through a couple of legs, and find Nichols, who spins around to perfection. Puts it out on the left. Unfortunately, he's overstruck it, and it races out of play.
Just about a tick into stoppage time, and you have to say we've got another half an hour coming up. After that, you offered that to Uni at the start of the day. Undoubtedly, they would have taken it. They are being worn down, but they are holding on quite resolutely. It's very desperate type defending that's getting it done, but So far, so good. Could they find a sucker punch here? It would be a sucker punch. They've barely gone forward in the last half hour. Hugh Sloot looks to direct it to the substitute. Couldn't find him though. Oh, the long legs almost cut out the pass there. And now, well, will they throw a few forward here and roll the dice? They do. And they make something happen. It'd be incredible if they could find a goal winner here. They've been head back in their own 16-yard box for the best part of this half. Here's the bull. He links up with Robinson. Jai Davey getting involved. Some good work from Isles, pressing and shutting it down. They maintain the ball. Took a deflection. They get it out wide to Booga. He gets inside of Woolley. He shapes to shoot. He's not made very good contacts. And no issues at all there for Lewis. But just got inside of Woolley. He was looking dangerous there, Booga, but couldn't find any quality with the final shot there.
It's pretty sharp movement. Just the finish really lacking.
I think that's
that's
the final
full
whistle.
time. That is full time. We're going to extra time, Drew. End of the 90.
We love it.
Extra time to split this pair and decide the other finalists who will play Zebras.
Yeah, it's been a hard slog out there. It's an absolute bog of a pitch. University have sat back and parked the bus. Olympia found their equaliser eventually. It was no easy thing. They really had to claw their way for it, and then afterwards continued to do so. It's been a real scrappy affair. Not the highest quality football you'll ever see. University won't care. They're forced extra time. Can they survive another half an hour? They've not posed a massive threat when they've got forward. Their best moments have come from set pieces in that second half as the game's wore on. Olympia really controlled proceedings. But they've only put one in the back of the net, so fair play to the students. And well, you never know if they can hang on for another 30. Then they've got the prospects of penalties, which, as we all know, can be a bit of a lottery.
You'd give favouritism to Olympia. Just look like they finished it stronger. Look like they're the more threatening side as the game wore on. But University, credit to them for getting it this far. And who knows, they might have more heroics in them. We might have a quick breather now, and we'll be back very, very shortly with extra time. Well, Drewster, team's about to get back underway. Extra time upon us, the first one of this Victory Cup. Very exciting. University, massive underdogs coming in. Struck really early, just couldn't quite hold on out. Olympia threw everything at them, and 1-1 at the end of regulation 90, and we've got extra time and possibly penalties to split the pair. University have made 2 changes. Olympia actually yet to make a change, so a few weapons in the arsenal of Olympia, and if Glenn McNeil wants to throw on the likes of Gavin Hoy late on in the piece.
Just wondering if surely there must be something wrong with him. Like, there must be an injury cloud. Like, strange one for mine, leaving such a weapon on the bench, Gavin Hoy. Be surprised if he is fit, if he doesn't come on during this extra time period. So they've got the fresh legs, which could prove decisive. And they've really just got to look at this University. It's 2 blocks in 15 minutes. Hold firm, hold them out. I think their best option, absolutely hanging on for penalties here.
Here we go. Sekiris kicks off. Meredith back for Griffiths, back to Vandermeer. They play the Olympia away. Moves on from DiMartino, turn from Wadawu. Long and strong, looking for Sekiris. It's under him, over him rather. It's won by Hickey. Finds Wadawu, finds Hickey again, who's found a bit of space on that right hand side. Tries his cheeky little back heel, doesn't come off. He drops it straight off for an opposition player, and Lagu looks to race away. Foul against Hickey. Tell you what would not suit Olympia if Hickey was to get sent off and be suspended for the NPL final.
That'd be the big thing, wouldn't it?
It'd be a massive, massive blow.
It'd be a crippling blow, but he's an experienced custodian, Shay. He knows how to play when he's on a yellow, so I don't think he'll be doing anything too outrageous out there. As they look to work the ball to Wadawu. It was a fairly errant pass from the lettuce farmer. McGregor with the throw. Certainly in no hurry at all to take it. That might be a handball. But it is a free kick in a dangerous area. Good chance again for Isles to tease one in. His delivery's been pretty good for the most part, Luke Isles. He's their best avenue to go all day. Down that left-hand flank. And he just tease one in here. Near post run, what I'd be looking out for. He puts it centrally, it deflects up and out of play, and it'll be a goal kick, so nothing doing there. A couple of minutes into this extra time period. And really, Uni, as I said, got to look at it. Survive this first 15. Regroup, survive another 15. They'll be breaking it down, I'd imagine. And when you break it down that way, you can see them surviving. They've done a pretty good job to keep the Warriors out today.
Yeah, if they're going to win for me, it's from penalties. It's from the spot.
Obviously, they'll still try and take their chances from set pieces, but they've not exactly been able to manufacture many of them since probably the opening half an hour of the game, really, with Jai David hustling and bustling forward. He's a dangerous man. Huxley, beautiful back heel to David. Didn't really gather it, but he's still got a hold of it eventually. Brings it down and
he's won a corner, I think.
From Griffiths.
Goal kick.
Wins the goal kick, so really well done by Griffiths. It's a lovely back heel by Huxley to set it up.
Really clever stuff. A little flick back heel. Plays short to Vandermeer. Forward he goes, finds Nichols to DiMartino. Be interesting to see whether DiMartino is in their longer term plans or whether it's just a one-off experiment. They've persisted with him for, well, the 90 plus 3 minutes so far. Comes along, one in the air. It's out there for DePauli. Can't track it down.
Yeah, it is
the ball runs out of play.
I suppose a lot of it, as we touched on pre-game, with Nick Burns out, you want to get someone like Nichols in your midfield, and with Alex Holmes injured, obviously that's a big blow. Means that, you've got to find another option somewhere. And DiMartino at centre-back's the one. He is hugely. I'd be shocked if Gavin Hoy wasn't in the lineup come National Premier League time. That was one of three. That's a foul, surely. Yes, well done there. Substitute, fresh legs causing some problems, Foley there, and a chance from a set piece, and this is where they will look to take their chance. I don't think they'll want to throw too many bodies forward though, because they have at times today, when they've done this, looked quite vulnerable on the break. And here it is. This sets it up into a dangerous area. Huxley rises, clatters into Lewis. Play on, says the referee. Try and bring it under control unsuccessfully, and they'll clear the area, but that's what you got to do. You got the tall timber, put it in that dangerous area ahead of Lewis and make him earn it. Huxley rising high.
Jeez, he wasn't really far off.
Lewis.
Yeah, you're right. He did to rise higher than Huxley and punch clear. Could have easily been nodded in.
So ref tells the crowd just to back off a little bit.
Big Kim Barker had a decent shift in the middle. Long down the line it goes from Robinson, looking for David, eludes him. Shifted into midfield to Meredith. Looks to switch it right up. He's been pretty quiet, Meredith. Plays out onto the right and erases out of play. So throw in for the students in their defence.
Down the line from McGregor. Woolley rises high and not sure what the decision is there. Got in his back apparently. Seemed a little bit of a soft one, but free kick for McGregor. He'll just lob this one up towards the box, you'd imagine. And as that takes a bounce and misjudged a little bit. Toffoli bemoaning that he didn't perhaps make the run. Wasn't expecting him to get through. Now back the other way. Securis has overhit that pass for Isles though. Not great service for Isles. He was bursting down the flank, and now they'll look to counter back the other way as Robinson into Poley down this right hand side, but they can't keep it in. The big bull quick to close that one down. That is just really messy and scrappy as it has been all day.
It's been a real scrap as it's driven long from Vandermeer down the line. Won by Merry, down for Bull. It's Nichols who steals and takes it away. Oh, leaves him on a merry dance. Goes by one. Finds. It's come in. Oh my God! It's drama. It's tough to describe.
Oh, how he slipped.
What a moment. It's a goal for Olympia. It was tough to call in real time, Drew Stuff.
It was a gift. He slipped over at the crucial moment and left it on the front doorstep. Waddell, who said thank you very much.
It was Isles who put the ball in.
Oh, I can't believe it.
Griffiths saved. It was there for Securis. He shot not a great one.
There's the slip.
It was stopped by McGregor. He slipped over as he's gone to clear it. Wadawu slipped as well, but done enough to nudge it in while he's on the deck.
Oh.
What a bizarre goal.
Well, we have quite often referred to this as a scrappy contest. That may be the scrappiest goal you'll ever see. And yeah, bizarre. And now all of a sudden, the students having to chase the game. That was just utter chaos in the box. And Wadawu, he slipped the curd a little bit closer to the ball so he could just reach there and flick it on. Only just crossed the line too. As a foul here on Nichols is rightly pulled up. I think he's alright, clutching at that leg. He appears to be in a bit of pain as we have a look at the replay. Nichols just a bit too clever here with his turn. Just got round Big Mary. As you see the challenge. Yeah, not a good one. Clear foul, that one. So a chance, and now University, it's going to be hard for them to change gear and chase this game. They've been sitting back and defending for the best part of 100 minutes. Now all of a sudden they're going to have to whip into gear and start attacking and take the game up to Olympia. It's going to be difficult. Securis belts this one into the wall. They'll clear away. Poley just launches it down the flank for field position. Luke Hughes lead off after it, and Griffiths feel a bit uncomfortable with Hughes breathing down his neck, but he did well. Ride calm, and they'll clear the area. Here's Stevens. Ooh, bodies fly in, and eventually it falls Uni's way. Can they craft something down the right here? Chance for Hughes to cross. He was sold a little bit short by DePoli. He's done well to win a corner. The Warriors have been made to work very hard. They finally got their lead. Can Uni claw back? Is there more twists in this one just waiting us? It's been classic cup tie. Certainly not classic in the sense of purity of football as the cross comes in and it's headed home, is it? Deflects offline, did a cross, they're claiming a goal, and the referee, he agrees. Oh boy, an absolute scrap. There was some dispute whether it crossed the line. Eventually the linesman flagged and then found their equaliser. 2-2. Oh, this is a great show from the students. I don't even know who got the touch on it. They just scrapped over the line. It is utter madness at both ends.
We'll have to see it.
And the final touch might have come off the defender, I reckon.
Woolley.
It's Woolley, so Woolley scored at both ends. It's going to be an own goal. 2-2. They've answered back in a hurry. Well, what a crazy game of football this has been. And a fittingly scrappy goal again. And they're up and about. Gotta give some serious credit to this university side. They're from the lower division. They've come up. They have absolutely fought hard. It looked like their chances slipped when they went down 2-1, but they have just immediately responded. And we are back on terms again. So, Prospector penalties right back on the cards, and they flicked the switch, went on the attack and immediately scored. Maybe they shouldn't have been sitting back for 100 minutes. Anyway, looking to get in behind, but it's nicely defended there. He's done well all day. Has he drawn a foul in the end? He has, so some lovely work there from the fullback. He has been stellar. 2-2 after 100 minutes. Here at an absolute bog at Olympia Grove. It's been a wildly entertaining game. Shy David competing with Wadawu. Wadawu takes the throw.
Well, more drama, Drewster.
Some serious mental toughness about this student side, you've got to say. Responded, a lot of teams would have gone, we're done.
Look real dead and buried. Looks signal for a change there. It might be Olympia's first substitution of the day. It looks like Jack Cullen over there. Jack Cullen and Warren Wadawu making way. Looks proppy.
Yeah.
Hopefully nothing too serious
Well,
from Warren Wadawu.
Gavin Hoy must be in. Well, I cannot believe he wouldn't have been brought on.
That'll see Harry Woolley, you think, deployed in a more attacking areas. It's Cullen with an early involvement in for Nichols. He loses it. There for Legoo. Now for DePoli. Maybe that goal's giving a little bit more spirit into this university lineup. From right, is switched into the centre. Strive forward through Millington. He does well. He's kept running. He's done well to control it. He squandered a golden chance. He's done so well to get there. Good link-up play and good touchdown. The finish not there, however. He skied it well over the goal.
It's just probably the easiest part. He's crafted that spectacularly the centre half. He's gone on a mazy little run, linked up beautifully there with Booger, and then he's bottled the chance to be the hero. He scored 2 last week. He's showing a knack for the goal sense. He's the big centre half as we are seeing another substitution here by the looks of it. Looks like Legoo is coming off. Not sure who that is coming on for. Sam Platt's coming on for Legoo, who has faded as the game has worn on, you'd say. He was very bright early on in this one. Header won by the lettuce farm. Woolley gets it back, but he's collected afterwards quite crudely, and that's an easy one to be brought up there by the ref. He got the ball, but he followed through and went whack right into Woolley's ankle, so pretty easy decision for Kim Barker to make there, as we have got just about 90 seconds left before half-time and extra time. It's University charging forward now. So that goal has bred some confidence for him. It's over the top though, and Lewis will pick this one off no problem. Gets it moving quickly to Hickey. Looks up and plays a long through ball, which is cut off. Jai David was just a bit casual about that and lost it and spill out of play. There's some very tired legs out there, Gilly. Not a lot of movement going on in some quarters out there at the moment.
Yeah, heavy pitch, but obviously done some damage on those legs. It's out on the left-hand side. Who's battling for it? Plenty to say. It's Olympia's ball. Di Martino. Back for Vandermeer. It's closed down by the freshly introduced Platts. Forward it goes. Nichols on the ball. Finds Cullen inside. Olympia look. It's Platts who meets it first ahead of Hickey. They go along the students. It's one in the air by Di Martino. Vandermeer waits under it. Finds Hickey. Cheeky little flick on. And there's a foul in the process against the big bull, Alexis Bull. Be a free kick for Olympia. Not long to go at all in this first half of extra time. As it comes down the flank, Isles breezes by a couple, holds it up. And good clearance by the ending from Ben Robinson. Out for a university throw, so a really good effort from
the fans appreciated that effort. A big roar. It was a crucial intervention he timed. Isles looked dangerous, and well, 2 goals in that first 15-minute period, so I wouldn't be penciling in penalties just yet, but if it remains as it is, we will head to the spot to determine who will meet Hobart Zebras in the final. 2-2. It was 1-1 at the end of regulation time. Olympia looked like they'd snatched it, but an immediate response from the students has this once again very delicately poised. It's been a very entertaining cup tie. Certainly not the highest quality game, but a wildly entertaining one, Gilly.
Yeah, absolutely. In terms of football, not probably one for the purists. Conditions haven't played it that way. Haven't been able to play really nice build-up stuff, but it's been a battle. And a good one at that. And University opened the scoring. Olympia replied. It looked like Olympia might run away with it, to be honest, when they found their second in extra time. But University, to their credit, bobbed up with a goal against the flow of play. And we're back on here, second half of extra time. Comes down the left flank, and it's immediately taken from Cullen. He does well. It'll be a throw in.
So Cullen slotting in to the fullback position. Woolley bombing on. Huxley steals it, and he goes for the chip. Well, that was ambitious. It might have been a through ball, but he had no one there. I don't know what he was going for there. Seemed like the chip, but he got it wrong. Huxley closing him down. Oh, good idea. So don't want to be playing it along the carpet. Look at the pitch. He's not the area to be playing along the deck. It's almost brought them undone. Some good pressing up there. Jai David with a lovely little turn. He's got no real support in front of him, so he turns back, but turned into trouble. Well done there by Luke Isles. Robbed him of it. Hickey with a good pass. Now they look to surge up the right-hand side, sliding back in with an awful challenge. Oh, the centre-back Millington's lost his footing at the crucial moments. Oh, it wasn't a good pass, though. It was a poor one for Sakiris. Did him no favours, but Millington, an untimely slip, which allowed them in and really played behind him there. It was a poor pass. Did Sakiris absolutely no favours. The service he's received today hasn't been great, to be fair to him. He's been pretty quiet, Sakiris, but I'm not sure that's really through any fault of his own. Anyway, corner opportunity for Olympia here to reclaim the lead. They go short, good option. Isles overhits it. What does he? Back post, they've got a man. Keeper able to just eat that one up. They go long. Pass it back. Hickey. Meredith. Cullen overlapping. McGregor is noticeably tiring. I don't know if he's going to get in ahead of him. He just about recovers. Well done, McGregor. He's done a lot of tracking back today. A very heavy pitch. There's some very tired legs out there, and that almost came off. Dangerous ball from Berger, but well picked off. Jai David now to Huxley, operating up top. Huxley, that's a delightful little flick on. He then fires one, blocked by his own teammate. Well, He's certainly having a red old crack, Hughes-Luke. He's firing off from everywhere at the moment.
Just whacking it.
He's decided he's going to take it upon himself to be the hero. And why not? When
Tell you what, both teams out on their feet.
Well, that's a beautiful ball. And another shot is blocked, but there's some very, very tired players out there, and you feel like there's going to be chances because of it. There is plenty of space.
Look at that from Hughes-Luke. That's beautiful. I think he's the one for uni if there any sniff of winning it in extra time. As McGregor storms into the box, he breaches, he goes for Hughes-Luke. It's good work from Vandermeer that sees it clear from him. And Meredith will scurry it out. Well, they bring it back through Bull, but not for long. Back up the park. Cleared out of the uni defence by Mary Robinson with a ball into the box, but a harmless one and easily collected by Lewis. Throws out now. Hickey forward for Cullen, who's brought some life into the game with some fresh legs. Forward he goes. Woolley loses it. Back though, as Booger gives the ball straight to the opposition and straight to Hickey. He finds Woolley. He tries some trickery to get his way into the box. It doesn't come off. Uni now. Millington down. Good body work from Hughes-Luke in the end. He slipped at exact wrong time and away Olympia go. Throw in now. Is it ping pong back off Booger and out for a throw?
11 minutes for either team to win it. 11 minutes for someone to be the hero. Otherwise, we are headed to the spot for penalties to decide this one. Hughes-Luke's influence has been profound in this extra time period. Really having a lot of it, and he's brought down rather cynically there, and Kim Barker immediately into his pocket for a slice of cheese, and that was a rather cynical challenge, that one. That is awful. He's lucky that wasn't more than a yellow in truth. Hughes-Luke coming from it all right. So a set piece opportunity. Booger to whip it in again. Can he find a target? Can the students avoid the boil over? The stunning result here, not with set piece delivery like that. They can't. That was poor. They'll get it back though. It wasn't a convincing clearance. And they are absolutely out in their legs, these Olympia players. I think the uni players are too, mind you. It might be the substitutes who hold the key here, Gilly.
It might be. They've still got one up their sleeve or two.
It's uni who are finishing the stronger.
Yeah, it is.
Suddenly all the plays up this end, and that is not the case. It's been Olympia controlling the game, but a bit of a late surge from the students, and could they just steal this one at the death?
They're looking the more likely of the two, and finding some voice out there as the uni faithful, yeah. There's a corner now from the left. Crowded box over the top. Lewis out to claim it. Does well.
Safe
Away
hands.
they go. Long and strong he goes with a kick. Looking for Securus. It's one in the air by Mary and out for a throw in. Quickly taken from Miles. Flicked on from Securus. Nobody there. Bull picks it up. Oh, well done. It's run on by David. Down the line it goes. Platts, the substitute, looking to get onto it. He does all right to nip by Vandermeer, but he fights back in the contest as Vandermeer slides it from under him and out of play.
A bit of an impact, Platts, since coming on. The fresh legs against some very, very heavy legs. Certainly having an impact. And it is the students who are threatening to steal this one, threatening to cause the massive upset. Good value for it. They have fought tooth and nail for this. And they look to launch the throw into the area here. When they do that, it's cleared. It's going to come right back at them. No, it won't. It was a really heavy touch. Back forward again. Looking particularly threatening though. It's held out in the air. David flicks on. Cleared by Vandermeer. Now Meredith. The Bull just hacks it back up again towards Hughes-Luke. Never a bad idea. Ball rolling around the area. Gets the shot away, and a good save by Sean Lewis. Had to be alert, and he was.
They're on top here, the students. It's bizarre, really, considering how the game's ebbed and flowed. It's out now. Woolley might have a chance. It's well taken from under him by Millington. We see this one again. He somehow fashioned a shot amidst all that congestion.
Did very well to get it away.
Yep.
Platt.
Played short from the corner. It's there for Hickey. His shot is a shocker.
Yeah, not his sharpest to it there, Shay Hickey.
Not a fair way from the long-range roost we saw at Warrior Park win the goal of the year.
Wasn't on the deck, to be fair to him. It did bobble up a little bit, but certainly no shades of that long-range hit.
So 23 minutes gone in extra time. Not long to go, Drewster.
No.
Penalties a real tangible option here.
He's looking likely. And pure lottery penalties. A test of nerve to an extent, absolutely, but a lot of lottery involved. That's a lovely ball from Miles to Meredith. It opens up. A good block there by the ball. Sliding in with a timely intervention. And he's put in a good shift. And just launch it out of there. Tapoli tried to keep it in. Perhaps works it well on his pushing a chance here. Huxley sliding in. Surging in the box. It's opening up. Huxley over the top. He can win the game. Oh my word! It's 3-2 to the Students. Oh my word! It's chaos up here in the Uni Club rooms. The underdogs have taken the lead, Gilly.
My oh my. What a break. That was unbelievable by Platts and Huxley. Beautiful delivery back from Huxley. And well finished off by Platts. Olympia all at sea at the back. Another twist and Uni surely from here.
Well, they've dominated this second part
They
of
have.
extra time. They've been all over them. They were looking the most likely to score, and Platts, the substitute, who's been outstanding since coming on, giving it an outlet down the right, running at some tight legs. He and Huxley have linked up to perfection. And it is suddenly 3-2 with 5.5 to play. And it's everybody back time now. Headed clear into the area. Force to Hickey. Nichols. Everybody back. A lovely turn from Nichols. How's his pass? Also good to Meredith. Oh, Meredith. Will it open up for him? Not quite. And McGregor across will surely clear the area. Just get it long. Has to be the mantra here, but it's unconvincing. Huxley on the last line. He'll launch it out of there. Only as far as Hickey. Vandermeer joining in the attack. It's everybody forward. Panic stations here. Shaping to shoot was Isles. He linked up nicely with Sekiris. And jumping all over that was Griffiths. He was alert. He had to be. 5 to play. 3-2 University. On the verge of what would be a stunning upset against the Victory League champions. They have been well worth it. They have fought terrifically well. They're plucky underdogs, and oh, lovely work getting him behind there from Booger. Can he pass it off to David here? Holds it. He's through Booger. He can seal it. And again, he
game over! Uni into the final!
Oh, Booger.
Look at him pull onto the pitch!
Good old-fashioned pitch invasion. That's what we want. That's the magic of the cup for you. University 4, Olympia 2. Absolute scenes up here at the bog at Mount Nelson. Oh, it's going to be a big night for this club. And Olympia Warriors shaking their heads. They're stunning upsets. And Booger, who's been fantastic, gets a deserved goal. Ices this one. 4-2 to University. Game over.
Game over. Wow. Uni, what a boil over. And I think the Olympia fans will just quickly march off.
A few heading to the exits. A few heading off. Absolutely stunning scenes here. 4 goals they've put on them. What an effort. Well, we thought playing for penalties was their option. They've gone and slotted 3 in extra time. Here's Woolley. He won't give up the fight, but McGregor, who's been outstanding again, sees it out. He's been really good. And they're just a few minutes away. It'll take something pretty spectacular now for the Warriors. It looks like it's going to be the underdogs progressing to the final to play the Zebras next week. Absolutely stunning stuff. They've knocked off Lonnie City. Now they've knocked off the Warriors. What a story for the championship club. Another corner. Whipped in. Headed clear by Jai David. Falls to Sekiris. He'll shape to shoot. Puts it wide. And they've got one back. Well, They've pulled one back, the Warriors, 4-3. And it just goes a bit quiet here at the ground. All of a sudden, not feeling quite as comfortable. They worked it nicely. It's Meredith, I think, who's got the final touch. And all of a sudden, a nervy finish is ensuing. It was, in fact, Lockie Nichols with the final touch on it. 4-3. 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining on the clock. And Uni have just ensured a nervy finish.
Here we go. You thought that was a Sheila, but who knows?
They've answered right back. Huxley will just launch it to the corner. That's a smart play. Very smart. Just head to the corner flag. Two dueling with him. Oh, they've done well though. Griffiths wins out. Now back the other way will come the Warriors. They're going to have time for a chance. They can't keep it in though. And I don't think they'll be in any rush to take this throw in. They might just raffle it. Might leave it for someone else. Yeah, absolutely. A minute and a half to go. And they'll be very happy if absolutely nothing happens. They can just keep it on the sideline. Jai David doing some work. Oh, that was ill-advised, playing it back centrally. It might work out though. Hickey's got to hustle back, and that's a foul. And that could just about ice the game. Oh no!
That's his NPL final series.
And that is Hickey done for the day and done for the NPL final. So there's some serious ramifications there. A second yellow for Shea Hickey, and that'll ice the clock, you'd think. That's game definitely over, and disastrous for Hickey. No.
I'm pretty sure that'll spell the end of his, as I said, the NPL final series. Olympia won't be happy with that. He did come in.
He was fuming. I reckon they'll just knock this one in the corner.
That'll sour a pretty torrid day for the Warriors.
Oh yeah, that is just the salt in the wounds for the Warriors. And Uni, they've been able to eat up plenty of time here. Their 30 minutes is just about up. They'll knock this one to the corner, and that might be that. No, the Bull decides to go centrally. Well, strange decision. It'll give Olympia a chance to reload. The 30 minutes is up. He launches it long, headed clear. Seconds ticking by. The whistle hasn't gone yet. They're in behind. It's Woolley and McGregor. Woolley turns on it. McGregor does well. And a foul is blown. That it is against Woolley, and that might just be that. They'll be in no hurry to get this ball. And I think we can say that's probably game over.
Wouldn't mind seeing that Hickey challenge again. I'm not sure whether he got much into it, but anyway. Given his marching orders, and that'll be...
He was fuming.
He's fuming. I think the whole of Olympia will be fuming with the ramifications that follow. He's marching off now.
Yeah, I don't.
There's nothing in that.
No, it's not.
There's absolutely nothing in that.
Might be an appeal on that one, I reckon, Gilly. Bit of paperwork for your boys at the office. As a free kick is given on the edge of the area. 31 minutes have gone. This is last chance saloon. If they hold out here, they're through to the final. Otherwise, we're on the penalties. It's going to be Luke Isles to take. This is what it comes down to. Everybody up. Isles standing over it. Does he go the shot or the cross? It deflects up. It's the keeper, Lewis, with a shot. It's hacked clear. Surely the final whistle has to go. We've gone 31 and a half minutes here. Still we play on. Vandermeer with the ball. Needs to move it along. Headed clear. And again, the lettuce farmer lobs one in. Plenty of bodies in the box. Nichols brings it down with a silky touch. Falls to Woolley, falls to Isles. It's blocked. It's chaos in the box. There's bodies everywhere. Meredith, there's their defense.
Oh, they've equalised!
Oh, my word, it's foul! Incredible! They've done it. Oh, my word. In the 32nd minute of added time, it's 4-4, and we're headed for penalties. What a game this has been. And Woolley, well, keeper's got a bit of it, not enough, and Woolley, who's been involved in absolutely everything, has now got a hat-trick, would you believe? Well, you would have got odds on that. We've gone 32 and a half minutes. Surely it's just going to be straight to penalties now. And that is going to be so deflating for the students to head into the shootout with. You'd have to give the mental edge to Olympia. They've blown a 2-goal lead. And indeed, there will be no further action. It was the last kick of the game. We head to the penalty spot, Damien, to determine the cup final. Shattering for Uni. They had just about 2 feet in there. 4 minutes to go, 2-goal lead. Olympia showing why they're the Victory League champions. Their fighting qualities to fight back and level it at 4-4. And now to the penalty spot we go.
What theatre, Drewy? What theatre? The twists and turns in this one.
This is why you love cup football.
More twisting and M. Night Shyamalan. Little flick. And I'll tell you what, it's been great. I wonder which end the penalties are at. You've got to favour Olympia at the penalty spot, I think. Sean Lewis. I haven't seen too much of Griffiths, but I think Sean Lewis will be better placed at the spot kicks in terms of saving them, in terms of reach.
I'll tell you what, those Olympia fans who took off with 5 minutes to go might just be regretting that. There are a few exiting the venue. I wonder if they've swiftly turned around, Gilly. Plenty of people leaving the pitch, yeah. But that is why you stay till the end, because you never know what's going to happen, especially in the cup. 4-4, incredible seats here. 4-4, it was 1-1 at the end of regulation. We've had 6 goals in that half an hour period. It's been absolute chaos. And now, really, it's almost cruel that the game has to end in penalties this way. You'd almost rather see it end. Outside of it, it's an imperfect way of ending, but there's no real alternative.
There's going to be some questions asked of Kim Barker, I think. First of all, Hickey. I'm not sure that was his second yellow. Barely made contact. And
2 minutes.
And then the second one, 2 minutes. Where were they from?
In 15 minutes. You can't accrue that much, can you?
No, it's 15.
15. I don't know where he pulled it from. He let them have that last chance. He let it go. And, geez, it resulted in a goal. But, wow, how do
ultimate
they pick
drama.
Up? How do you pick yourselves
ultimate
up
drama.
at university? You've gone from thinking you've won to being utterly deflated. Mentally, how do you prepare now for this shootout? It's going to be difficult. It's going to be the Warriors riding the high. They've just pulled off a stunning escape. They've gone the old Houdini. But anything could happen from the spot. They're certainly making him wait a long time here to take it. Just really taking their time to set this up.
What a game of football, Drewster.
Could
Said
not
it a
ask
few
for more. It's been a cracking afternoon up here at Olympia Grove. You know, it's not been the prettiest game, but one of the more entertaining ones we've covered this year. Perhaps the most entertaining, and it's going to be the Bull to get us started from the spot.
Oh, here we go. Here we go, Drewster, into the penalties. The big bull, big Lex Luthor, look at that, he's just strutting up. No issues, no worries in the world. Olympia were dead and buried.
It's not been convenient for our camera here choosing this end for the shootout.
No, very ordinary. But here we go. Lucky that pole's there and not just a couple of centimetres to the left. We've been shot off. The big bull, big Lex Luthor. Stands and delivers. Saved. Oh, it almost trickles into his own net, but a save from Lewis. The perfect start for the Warriors.
Oh, that mental edge just shifted again. They've coughed up a 2-goal lead late, and now Sean Lewis with a great save to start. Right, who's going to take the first one? It looks like the captain Vandermeer is going to lead us off here for Olympia to give them a 1-0 lead in the shootout. It's Griffiths up against Vandermeer. Buries it, clinical finish. Absolutely perfect penalty, and it's 1-0 after the first round to the Warriors. And Uni's dream might just be slipping away. Cracking dive that. But couldn't quite get the palms on it. And well, look who he's up next.
Hoog's like, if there's anyone that's going to score, it's him.
really would be heartbreaking if they lost it from here at uni.
Yes, it would. Here it goes. Hoogsley. Very cool, calm, collected into the bottom left. It's 1-1 Drew Stuck.
Yeah, just sending that the wrong way. So 1-1, but one in hand for Olympia. It's Isles who's going to be the next man to step up, I think, if we can move out from behind the pub. To make it 2-1. And again, clinically done. Luke Isles, perfectly placed. Keeper guessed the right way again, but couldn't get near it. Two very good penalties from Isles and Van der May. Shy David looks like he's going to be the next man up.
David. Oh, with swagger and steez, puts it in the bottom right.
So much swagger and steez. I think Sean Lewis just assumed the little chip up the middle was coming and he didn't move. And he got it done in the end. 2-2. They need a save here though. And again, the pole just obscuring the view. Big moment, big chance.
Oh,
almost got a hand on it. It was Griffiths.
Read it well.
And again, gets the right way. So Griffiths becomes the third warrior to bury his penalty. They hold sway 3-2 after 3 rounds of this shootout. And Griffiths beating Griffiths, as it were, and Uni now obviously need to bury this one.
Booger, who's standing up. You see the Olympia faithful watching on. Oh, it's saved. It's saved, and surely that spells an end to University.
It's put them right on the edge now. 2 excellent saves from Sean Lewis. He's an outstanding keeper, and he's made 2 good saves here. Read that one the whole way. A great block, and well, I called the game over at 4-2, so I'm not going to make that mistake again, but it looks very likely. He slots this, it is all over. Well, we're going to need 2 penalty saves. It's going to be Woolley to step up to send Olympia to the final. He does just that. It's been Woolley's day. He's been involved in everything. And an absolute Houdini act this from Olympia. They were down 4-2 with 4 minutes left at extra time. They've somehow come back, levelled it at 4-4 and won on penalties. It's heartbreak for the students. They are well worth it. On balance of play, yeah, absolutely. Olympia had the better of it, but you've got to feel sorry for the University boys, unless you're an Olympia fan, of course. They will be too busy celebrating their path to the final. They've got out of jail here, and it's going to be an Olympia Zebras final next week, Gilly.
Somehow. Yeah, I don't know how they've got through. An absolute Houdini act. University will be, on one hand, really proud of the performance they just put out there. On the other, bitterly disappointed that they aren't through to a final.
Yep, at 4-2, and just lack the nous perhaps to see it out. Really, you think back to the free kick after the Hickey foul. They opted to just play it into the area, which prompted the counter-attack, which the goal would ultimately result from. Maybe they just played it into the corner, maybe just that experience was lacking there at the end for the students. It was an incredible game of football, as we see the moment. Woolley swept it in. And in the end, 4-4 after extra time, 4-2 on penalties. It's Olympia Warriors who are headed to the final.